We about to have Skype Ape up in the building. Hey, shout out my brother D Bill, man. He got the pole shift tape coming out. Look like he got it coming out tomorrow. You want to be sure to go check that out. Subscribe to my brother B Dale page. He putting in that work, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and B Dale gonna do one. We just gotta get the timing down, man. Cause every time we get ready to do one, it's like everything, other stuff popping up. But we're gonna get it cracking tonight, though. Oh yeah, we about to bring King Kong to the building, y'all. Get him in the building. Close the north gate. Kong is coming. Kong is coming. Oh yeah, you don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss this one. Rod Hayes is about to go in, y'all. Young Elder Gang, get him in the building. We warming up the stage. We warming up the stage, bro. Hey, if you haven't checked out those Galactical tapes we just put out, we just put 5. We got 5 Galactical tapes just hit the streets. With the Alex Collier and the one we just did on question and answer. We'll be having another question and answer probably Wednesday night, tomorrow night. I got to see what we got scheduled because we got something coming out every day. We ain't missing you, bro. We behind schedule, so we gotta. That's why we hitting you so hard, so fast. We got like 15 more tapes coming out this week. So and we got live we got to do. So it's gonna be a lot, man. It's gonna be a lot. They flagging us already. I see. And we're gonna keep this one clean, YouTube. We see the last one me and Rod did, they flagged it. Like he said too much, we went in too hard on that one, but we definitely gonna work on keeping this one clean. We gotta keep it clean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Rob Bot, if you come into the building, I'm getting everything set up for the brother. He about to get ready to come on right now. There you go. We live, we hot, baby. All right, let me see, can I get Rod up in this joint? Let me switch to that laptop.
We hot, Rod.
What it do, Ungather? What it do?
Hey, Rod, bye. And we got to keep this one clean because the last one they flagged us. So they don't like those profound words that we be using. They want more
it's a good chance that the flips jam the algorithm.
Yeah, because they wasn't messing with us at first, but now they really on us, man. You know. So we're gonna keep it clean, YouTube. The guys that's doing the check. They checked the last one real fast for us, so hopefully they check this one. But the brother Rod is finna go in. Like I say, y'all know the routine. We drop the Cash App in the links and we put it in the pin if you want to show the brother Rod some love. He don't do it for the money, but if you want to show him some love, we got that already lined out for you. We're gonna be dropping it every 5 minutes in the chat. So people that say, oh man, why you dropping the what's the Cash App? We're gonna be dropping it every 5 minutes in the cash chat. So hey Rod, you can go on and get started. Rod, where you want to start? I got all those Facebook posts you sent me. I got them already in the file, ready to go. So it's in this file right here. That's 7 though, because the 007 and like Noble Jew Ali, just to get started, man, on a question to get you started. what is the circle 7 all about? What does it represent? Because like everybody was asking, like, what the hell, like, where did they get the circle 7 from? What does it come from? What does it mean? From your perspective.
No, this the same. It's a Masonic symbol.
Okay.
But the Masonic symbol is derived from a cultural practice of the culture on the land of how do the mother's children become chiefs.
Okay.
All right. So remember, those secret societies used to be the training and initiation rites for the royal families in ancient Atlantis and ancient Kemet. And what happened was when they killed the science, right? When they took the science and kept it secret.
Okay.
We can't read and we can't teach our children how to read Mother Nature.
Okay.
We supposed to have, so when you hear me say right to the earth rights.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of the Sufi sacred secret practices of the order of the Sufi of the green light and the Sufi of the red light.
Okay.
Those are the rituals that the daughters of Isis used to be called the priestess of Noon.
Okay.
In Iran. That's why the Catholic Church call them nuns.
Go ahead. You going in. Go ahead. Break that down.
Okay, so you remember I sent you the picture of the Pope's seat under the seat?
Yep, I got that. You want me to pull it up?
If you can find it, pull it up.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got it. Oh, look. It's in the raw receipts class.
So while you're looking for that, I'll go on and explain it. So the grand matriarch it used to be called the Temple of Isis. Now it's called the Vatican. The throne was usurped. What do usurp mean, young elder?
It means to undercut or to undermine or to
go under something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, at the top, that's called the queen, the high seat, Queen of Heaven and Earth. That's the Isis seat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And under that seat is a little bitty chair of a man.
Yep. In the bottom, I see.
Right? Who sits there?
The Pope.
The Pope. So who's undermining the jurisdiction of the Queen of Heaven and Earth who sits on her throne?
The Pope, which is why that lady gave that speech right on the last tape, 2 last tapes we did, right? To notify the Pope.
Right.
Okay.
She had to put him on notice that Big Mama coming home and you got your stinking tail under her seat.
Mm-hmm.
And now the chiefs is on the land appointed. She said that.
Okay.
Right? So the chiefs are already appointed, but now we're trying to get the people to snap out of the slumber. So now we showing them that they usurped the throne of the Queen of Heaven and Earth, the Isis seat of Earth. That's the grand matriarch of the planet.
Okay.
All right, now, those ones they call nuns, dressed in the black.
Okay.
Supposed to be dressed in all white.
Okay.
The only one who's allowed to wear the black is the Queen Mother.
Okay.
Right? That's the Queen of Heaven and Earth. She is the mother of the child.
Okay.
Right? Who is to become heir to the throne.
Okay.
All right, now, she gone, so somebody that undermined her authority in the household, meaning they broke up the families.
Okay.
What families are they talking about?
Our families?
The 12 daughters of Isis.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, now, we started off explaining the 7.
Okay.
In the middle. The 7 is the G.
Okay.
Right? G is for geometrist.
Okay.
Right? It's also for geologists.
Okay, I'm with you.
Then it's also for genius.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right. So the G is the 7 in the middle. That's the chief that the rest of the chiefs is telling to step to the forefront.
Okay.
They using our rituals to try to reverse it so he don't show himself.
Okay.
He won't tell you that the chief, because they trying to conjure him back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because if mama ain't home, then, you know, we got to be called according to our position in the household in order to clean mama house up before she get back home.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
So we talking about Big Mama house. Look at the colors. Remember, Big Mama
Gold,
house
black
is
and
black
gold.
and gold.
That's right.
Right. So now, go back to the picture, the original 7.
I got you. I got you. The 7 gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm. The
The gate 7.
gatekeeper. That's gate 7.
Yeah, gate 7.
Right. Now you notice it's using fire as the symbol.
Okay.
Right. So the 7 is red.
Okay.
That automatically brings Red Lodge 7. That's my mama color, and that's both our number.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a motherland message to the son.
Okay.
Okay, now when we talking about the 7s, it's a quote from Rakim. He say, "Born with 3 7s in my head. At times, no one can seem to blow your mind as far as this. To find, you need philosophers and anthropologists, professors, and scholars from the smartest colleges."
That boy going off. Go ahead.
Right? What is he talking about?
Yeah, what is he talking about?
Pull up the symbol of the 5% nation, put it next to this.
Okay, I got you. Oh, look. Okay. Pull it back up. All right, just a second. Okay, it's got to be in this folder. All right, just a second.
So you remember, we read pictures, we read music, we talk to each other with the music on the drum.
Uh-huh.
Right? So he telling me something. Now, he's sending me a message direct because he said, born with 3 7s on my head.
Okay.
Right? So now that's the chief that he's delivering the message to.
Okay.
It's ironic to me that gets my attention, blatant motherfucking call out. Because I'm the 7th child of a 7th child of a 7th child.
Okay.
3 7s.
3 7s.
On the head of the household. Right? Because my grandfather ran the ranch in Mississippi.
Okay.
But my father let my mother run the house in Michigan.
Okay.
Right? And my mama want me to run the house, put the family back together. That's her instructions to me.
Okay.
Right? So the only way I can put everything back together is I got to get everybody what they rightfully got coming. I got to find out why my people don't have nothing.
Okay.
Right? Once I find out why they don't have nothing, I got to figure out how to get it back to them. So mama said, don't let nobody take nothing from your brothers and your sisters. Them the orders from Big Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, look at the symbolism. It's the same symbol.
Yeah, with the fire, the sun in the background.
Mm-hmm. Only difference is now the 7 is black.
Yeah.
Right? And the 5-point star is black.
Mm-hmm.
So This is Big Mama and Mama telling me the same thing. Go get my daughter's shit back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's playing on the other side through the men, mirroring the message from the sisters on how to restore a matriarchy and which chief, if it get down to it, do they need to call as a last resort.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So the symbol, that same symbol also in the 5% nation, sometimes you'll see that it's a man standing over a woman holding a baby.
What?
That's man, woman, and child, 7 crescent star.
Okay, I got you.
The 7 is the G for the geometrist, who's the one at the center, and the sun is in the center of the solar system.
Mm-hmm.
The sun emits the flame. Now you can put the messages together, because the goal behind the 7 in the circle right here on the 5% nation knot is the sun, the righteous sun,
Mm-hmm.
right? Being representative of the man, woman, and child in their rightful place.
Okay, I got you. I'm with
Right.
you.
So now we flipping keys. Okay, now there has to be another 7, which takes us to the 313.
Okay.
Now, why do it immediately flips to the 313?
313 is a 7.
Right. And that's an area code.
Yeah.
And that area code, that's where Noble Drew Ali came. And that's where he set up the Moore Science Temple in Michigan first, before he went to Chicago.
Fire.
Right. So this takes me to the third 7 I got to find, is the circle 7 of the Moore Science Temple of America.
Let me get that pulled up for you. The circle 7. Noble Drew Ali had that 7. I got you. Coming right up. Hey, Rob by, if you come into the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. We cracking heads and twisted caps every day. Hey, yeah, let me get that ball cap disclaimer, man. I usually forget on the rod tapes. I got to do that every tape, man. People complaining about ball caps exploding off and things. We had to get that disclaimer up in there. All right, Rod, I got you.
Okay, now notice, this is still red.
Yeah.
2 red, 1 black.
Yeah.
Remember that combination of colors, 2 red, 1 black.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this takes us to Detroit, circle 7. You see it got 4 gates.
Yeah.
That represent North Gate, South Gate, East Gate, West Gate.
Okay.
Right? That's also an anagram for news.
Okay. That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Right? So the news in Detroit is Eyewitness News Channel 7.
What?
Put it in Google.
What the hell? Hey, also it's like a target, right? Like a target. That symbol. Okay, all right, here we go right here. You said Channel 7 in Detroit. I watch news.
Eyewitness News.
Okay, I got you.
I love this stuff.
Man, this is hot, bro. I'm telling you. It says ABC Channel 7. Okay, all right. It's got different locations. The main location, the headquarters, is in New York. Hold up.
Put Detroit in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Detroit. Yeah, it's called WXYZ Channel 7, Detroit News, Weather, Traffic, and more. ABC, it's Channel 7. Hold on, let me change that. Let me say that icon, right? Put that up there for them. Channel 7, ABC. And ABC's got the sign for the eye, right? That's the connection. Hold on, let me get there too. The sign for the eye. Eyewitness news. Investigation. Let's get this. Logo. Is it an eye? No, it's not an eye. It's just a circle with an ABC in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me make sure I got this saved and we can go to the video. All right, boom. All right, let me slide to this photo real quick. Boom. Boom. Hey, you want to be tuned in Tuesday for that class with Miss Dean and Rod Hayes, a walk with the ancestors, 8:30 p.m. Standard Time, Central Time. All right, Rod, let me get that slide over there for you so you can go in. Oh, yeah. Never have it been
So
made.
what we're looking at is a pattern
Okay.
that based off everywhere you go in your lifetime, you develop an energy signature from your traversing of the land.
Mm-hmm.
The energy signature communicates to your DNA, and then your DNA crystals are powered by the mitochondrial, and the melanin is audio sentient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you can get your mitochondrial and your melanin to properly align your crystals, then you'll start to see stuff, and then you'll start to try to figure out what you're seeing, what do it mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into the subconscious mind, everything related to it will start connecting like dots like this. That's a 4-7. What's that called? A 4-corner shuffle.
What corner shuffle? Okay, I'm with you. Take a
Right?
note.
Now, the Channel 7 Eyewitness News team is a specific group of players to go and gather the news in Detroit.
Okay.
Okay, now, we grew up watching them. And growing up watching the Channel 7 News, when the message come in, this is the first shock of me getting the message that I have to do something.
Okay.
Right? And it came in on the Channel 7 News broadcast, and that was the first thing I translated in the public domain.
Okay.
Right? Because I was talking to the auto workers about the backdoor wheeling and dealing that the people that was in these places was showing me using a telepathic link, a love for the workers.
Okay.
So now I'm able to look inside the boardroom to see why this shit not working.
Okay.
Now I can come out and tell my work family. Okay, now this took me back to the Circle 7. The Circle 7 is full of codes and messages from Noble Jew Ali.
Okay.
Noble Jew Ali is understanding what they doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Office of Copyrights and Trademarks has to make all of these things have to be subtly different, but they got to tell the same story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is the eyewitness?
The eyewitness. Yeah, that's a good question. What is the eyewitness, bro? That's a good question. I got a lot of ideas, but
Right. So when you go to court and you fighting cases, let's say you get a murder case, the worst thing they can produce is an eyewitness.
Damn,
somebody that was there that's actually watching you do this dirt.
Yeah, that's it for you.
Right? So while we looking at the sevens, one of the sevens is gonna flip. That's gonna make all of these make sense.
Okay.
Right? So when I see the 5%ers and I see the More Science Temple, Then I see this. So this, to me, this is telling me this is 4 main players. 3 out the red, 1 out the blue.
Okay.
So they identify who they are except for the blue house.
Okay.
Now watch this. The gate 7 keeper, red, that's Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
5%, right? Pro-righteous teachers. They murdered, put in Allah. Right?
Okay. Clarence, yeah.
Right. Then you got Noble Jew Ali. Remember, they murdered Noble Jew Ali.
Yeah.
And then you have the blue house. That's Garvey.
Okay.
Right? So the ABCs is the message.
Okay.
Now you see that the last 7, XYZ Detroit, right?
Yeah.
ABC is the back to the basics or back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You started in Detroit with the Circle 7. You went to Chicago, you went to New York, but you got to come back to Detroit, XYZ, to end it all.
Yeah. Damn.
Right?
Go ahead.
So this is messages based on the pattern of the behavior of the people that's running the show.
Yeah.
We can use their art to pass messages through them without their knowledge, in their face, behind their back, like they was doing us. All we have to do is learn how to read the messages that they flipping, trying to control the game.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And the game is the game of life.
Uh-huh.
Now, what takes us back, there's still a standout difference in man, woman, and child on the 5% nation flip.
Okay.
Now, when we doing pre-studies, that attention grab that you just seen me point out when I said there's an anomaly.
Yeah.
That means look for the anomaly and follow the anomaly in order to unravel the riddle.
Okay.
Comparative analysis, because they all look almost the same.
Okay.
All right. So it's a 2 out of 4 is red, 7s. 1 is black, 1 is gray.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the black and the gray, that's the Detroit Lions sports team color.
Okay.
Right. So it's a lion roaring.
Damn sure is.
Did I send you that post?
You might have did. You might have did. You want me to try to forget it? I think you did.
I can look and see if I sent it to you.
Yeah, if you send it to me, if you got it on that list, I got it. Oh, hold on, let me see.
I don't think I sent you that one now.
Okay, you might have didn't. Let's see. I got Elijah Muhammad. No, I don't think you sent me that one.
No, I ain't sent it to you.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, I got sidetracked looking for that post.
So we'll be back. We'll still back. We'll still up here in this joint. You going in tonight? They say you going in, bro. You doing a 007 right here. That's that 007 mission.
Okay, now in the 5% nation, I'm gonna rely heavily on the music.
Okay.
You gotta ask me why.
Why?
Because hip hop is influenced from 1920s jive talk, lingo, and supreme mathematics laid down by Clarence 13 Next. Before it was rap music, when you used to meet, a lot of us, our older elders will remember this. When you used to meet somebody, you'll say, "Hey man, what's your rap?" And they'll tell you about themselves. But it'll be a poem. Right? And the poem was always something to brag about themselves. Braggadocious became toasting in the night scene with the pimps and the players. The toasting turned into roasting between the braggadocious.
Okay, go ahead.
Mixed with the early 1900s, something called spirit rapping.
Okay.
When you go to the hip hop heads, when we first started getting into it, we was rapping and tapping on the tables and spitting our flow.
Okay.
Remember them days, Elder?
Yeah. Like this what started like it started like in the upstate areas like Detroit, New York, those areas where they were doing like the battle. They call it battle rap. Like, but it started out like like Busy beating them. They were doing like hype man shit like over the beats, over like a bit do the bop, the bibbidi bop bop, the hip to the hop, dot, just don't stop like that type.
Now
Yeah,
when we look at the beginning of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Who do we hear as the founding fathers of hip hop other than Grandmaster Flash?
Okay.
Grandmaster Cool Herc, Grandmaster Melly Mel.
They all grandmasters. Go ahead.
Grandmaster Cool C.
Yeah.
What is they grandmasters of?
That's what I'm saying. That's right, Rod. Because you get there, you go in on it, man. Why they calling themselves the grandmaster? That makes good. That's a good question.
That's a title indicating the level you reached in your lives, your household, your clan.
Okay.
The Grand Master, they call him the most worshipful master in the Blue Lodge Freemason.
That's right.
Right? But he's the Grand Master, which is supposed to be the Grand Potentate.
That's right. When you come a shrine.
Right. Okay, now, so these masters is harnessing some poetry from master poets of the 60s who lived through the turmoils of the murders of Malcolm and the murders of Martin and Bobby and Robert and the hippies that was rebelling against the system because they realized that this war was a money-making machine and it was exploiting the people. Right? At the same time, you had college students that was coming out of the civil rights struggle, right? The marches of King based on the initiated actions under what's her name? They call her the mother of the civil rights movement, sitting down on the bus.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
Yep.
What do that name mean, Elder?
Rosa Parks. Man, like from an alchemical perspective, all right, roses are red. You know what I'm saying? The roses are different colors. Okay, rose is a flower. And then she parked, like in a park, a rose in a park.
But we talking the parking lot because she was on the bus and the bus was on the asphalt.
That's right. Go ahead.
Right. Now, what was Tupac's most famous poem?
Concrete in the road. I mean, rose in the concrete. Gold in the concrete.
What was Aretha Franklin's song about the girl in Harlem?
The girl in, I might not be old enough for that one. What you got on that?
A rose is still a rose.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's the continuation of there's a rose in Spanish Harlem.
Okay.
Right? So she rose up in Spanish Harlem to be the queen, but she got cut down in her prime. And George Washington chopped down the cherry tree.
Okay.
Right? And that's the cherry key.
Okay. That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To the red house with the red flag. The red flag is the dire warning, imminent doom. Right?
Okay.
That's the flag to call for the blood right.
Okay.
Spill this motherfucking blood.
Okay.
Right? So they came in off the Red Lodge hostile with a murder warrant.
Okay.
What's the murder warrant, Elder? You know what the murder warrant is?
Nah.
It's called the commission of something called the white man's burden.
Oh yeah, we read that. Go ahead. I remember reading that. Yeah.
So the murder warrant that they came with came from the Catholic Church. We missing something in Detroit, young elder. What would that be?
Say that again.
We missing something in Detroit.
What are you missing in Detroit? I don't know. Go ahead. What you got on that?
Okay, go back to the throne
Okay. The throne picture right up with the
with
okay,
the Pope. The Pope
let me
seat.
go back to that. Let me go back to that. All
There's
right.
something in Detroit that's sticking out in the back of my mind, like it's like a beat.
Let's see
And
what you got.
it keep flashing. So we're gonna go to it. We gotta first pull that up. Then we're gonna go to what is it taking me to in Detroit?
What is this taking? It's a Roman Catholic church in Detroit or a Capitol building or something?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy how they got that chair right there, though. And they thinking that we thinking that's all just artwork or something.
No,
That's alchemy.
that's the queen of heaven and earth seat. No man can sit on that seat without causing this calamity to fall on the me and the earth. That's why it's up there, so they don't the janitor don't accidentally get tired of cleaning and sit his ass down.
That make a lot of sense, bro. Man, like this is crazy, man. It's a type of alchemy, the high power alchemy.
Look, they got a group of nuns whose job it is to clean it.
They can't touch it though.
No, nobody but these nuns. They gotta have a specific blood. They probably be kidnapping people's kids.
So just to clean that chair, to make sure they don't cross no boundaries.
Now, it's something about this that takes me to chess. What do this mean in the game of chess?
That's how I sit about the chair in connection with the chair.
Yeah.
Shit, the king seat, I guess. The queen.
Right.
Yeah.
In the chess game, this would be called blocking the throne.
Yeah.
Okay. We talking
it's called a council. A council, right? They call it councilman.
That's a shift in power.
Okay, all right.
Right, with the rook. That's the L rook, and that's Angel Bay.
Okay, all right.
Okay, right here, you got somebody is blocking the throne. How are they blocking the throne? With a bloody oath to murder.
Dang.
Now, if we can find the Black Madonna,
okay,
right, then we know who chair they blocking. That's the big mama. That's the highest ranked matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, the name tells who we looking for. Madonna. Donna, mama.
Madonna.
Yep, Donna's mama. Right, but first we got to go back to the circle 7 in order to understand what is drawing us back to Detroit off this throne. It's a bookstore in a famous place called the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Detroit. Can you pull that up, please, on Google? Type in the Shrine of the Black Madonna, Detroit. You can leave it on images too. Okay, this is the Shrine of the Black Madonna. Okay, click on the picture. The lady right there with the baby. Oh, there's a good picture of the statue in the 3rd row right there. Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me? Hey, Rod, I got it. Hey, they got to pick the same picture with the throne up there. Hold up. Let me save it in this file. All right, it's gonna be that file. 08. Boom. All right, let me save it in this one. Watch this, Rod. You finna trip out on this picture. You finna trip out on this one. They got the same dang picture up there. Where it's pressed on like the same type of altar. And this the church right here. Let me say the pictures real quick. Oh yeah, this is about to be lit. All right, let me pull it up for you, Rod. Okay, it's gonna be in this folder.
I already did this in the post, but I didn't send it to you. This
Okay.
exact one, tracing the Black Madonna.
Oh yeah, you got it. All right, so boom, boom, boom. They see how they got it in the middle, Rod?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Same like a type of altar right there in the middle at this church. So they got it up on the high right there?
Yep. Now, when I first seen this picture, it took me to, you could have left that up there just like it was. It was nice.
With the all of them up there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do it real quick.
Yeah, you showing them that she's back there in the back, that picture that was on the side. Yeah, so they get, yeah. So it's the same picture.
Yeah.
But it was easier to see it when it was on the side.
Yeah, I got it right here. You want to leave it with 3 up there or just the one picture?
You put the 3 up there.
All right, there you go. This is that church right there. And this side looking the inside. This is a close-up of it in the middle.
Yeah. That's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Now, these people was instrumental, ironically, in a lot of, because they used to have a bookstore.
Hey, keep talking, Rolf, and I use the restroom quick.
Yeah. And it was at their bookstore that I was able to log on a lot of information that I could be using to find out who is in the shrine of the Black Madonna. Now, Fairkind did a lecture about what the shrine is. And he said it's a sacred place where somebody who passed laid in rest. And this is the bones of a religious person or a saint of some sort from some kind of spiritual background, which means it comes in a root cultural expression. When you get to a certain position in the community, you get the position of the grand matriarch as the Black Madonna. This is an identifier, right? So the identifier is the picture tells me that Madonna has to have a daughter named Donna. But there's some more stuff that she have to do to match up with the shrine of the Black Madonna. First of all, she had to be a dark mother. That means she had to be dark in complexion. That means she's from the original Isis bloodline as a Madonna, right? And she would pass her position on to somebody who can find somebody that was qualified to run the community until the community can recognize who she really is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the first thing I realized is the Shrine of the Black Madonna started in the 1920s, I believe, but no, not in the 1940s.
Okay.
I think it was Albert Cleage started that. Anyway, so when I got these study materials, it made it stick out in my mind in my what they call Afrocentric studies. That's Garvey, that's Blue Lodge.
I like that.
Right? So the cross town from there would be the Red Lodge, which gave us the Nation of Islam Temple number 1.
Okay. In Detroit?
Right. Now, why do I look to the Nation of Islam Temple number 1?
Why?
Because I'm looking for a dark-skinned woman, right, that is a matriarch of a whole bunch of matriarchs. right? So it would be like looking for a herd of elephant,
Okay, all right.
right? If you in Africa and you not from Africa, and the Africans all lined up waiting on a herd of elephants to go by, right? Then you will recognize the leader of the herd of elephants. That's your grand matriarch. She is the highest ranked position of prestige and honor. So this took me to a sister by the name of Claire Muhammad.
Hey, spell her name for me. I got the last part.
Clara.
I got the Muhammad part. Claire Muhammad. Oh yeah, this was the lady. Oh yeah, she was the real Teresa, Mother Teresa. I'm telling you. Ain't that Elijah Muhammad's wife?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna blow up big. We love you, Claire Muhammad. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
put her picture next to the Black Madonna.
Okay, I got you. We got you, Rod. There you go. Same dang person look like. Did like they was caught.
So this is telling me a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
About how the chiefs is communicating across the land without ever saying a word to each other.
Yeah.
Right now, in order to get my attention on Mother Clara, I need something called a blatant contradiction.
Okay.
A mirror. Her description to tell me who she is going to be exactly the opposite of who she is. Exactly the opposite, a perfect mirror.
Okay.
The mirror come with instructions.
Okay.
That pulls up Master Fard Muhammad's picture. I didn't know he was going here, Elder.
Hey, you going in, Rod. You got, man, you cracking heads and twisting caps. Glad I get a ball cap disclaimer. Hey, so which one you want? Want the one with the slick joint, or the one where they got him with the fed? Got him up with the fed?
I want the one where he reading in the book, the one that's the most famous picture Nation in Islam use of him.
I got you. My man, Farad Muhammad. My man. You want to put it all next to all this?
Put it next to Mother Claire.
Okay, all right. There we go. We got him. They cut. Hey, he cut you out, Rod?
I'm here watching. Okay, I got a little delay, so I'm not seeing the picture as fast as everybody else.
Okay, all right.
Okay, now, exactly the opposite in the blatant contradiction.
Okay.
Right? Master Fard Muhammad came in the person. No, Allah came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad.
Yeah.
Right?
They told us, yeah.
The deliberate speech means this a flip.
Okay.
But you're not gonna know the flip unless you can get the instructions told in the picture.
Okay.
What's the instructions in the picture?
Of Farad Muhammad?
Yep.
Read. Islam. The first thing in the Quran. Yeah, read.
Right. Ikra Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And Elijah Muhammad said that Master Fard Muhammad cleaned him up.
Okay.
But don't nobody know Master Fard Muhammad don't control the mitochondria. That's Claire Muhammad's work.
That's right.
I know how to read the big mamas on the land. They heal people that's done with.
Right? I'm with you.
Okay, now the mirror is the image is a pale-faced man to tell us that it's a chocolate-faced woman
Okay.
that we looking for.
Okay.
Mirror opposites on the direct flip. He have on a dark colored suit,
Yeah.
but she wears the white garment,
Right.
right? As the mother of the MGT GCC. And the MGT have the most honorable collection of matriarchs on the land.
Yeah. Nurses, lawyers, scientists.
Okay, now, so if she was gonna leave and check out, she got to pass her power on to somebody that's traceable to the beginning of the contract.
Okay.
Who get credit for the flag?
It says United States of America.
Right, who get credit for the United States flag?
The Republic.
Who get credit for making the United States flag?
Who get credit? Oh, a chick. It's a woman, a black woman. Oh, yeah. Okay, I actually where you going. It's a Nubian chick. I can't think of her name right now.
Type this in on Google.
Oh, I got you. What you got?
Is BETSYROSS.
Ross. We know this was a Nubian chick. Hold on. Let me do this. I got you. I got no sweat.
Better tell them to put their helmets on. This was
Put your
finna hit.
helmets on for this one, man. We crack heads. We twist caps. They got black collar. It says Betsy Ross house. Okay. Oh shit. They got it as a Nubian chick on one, then they got it as a we know that curly hair. They got that's a mix. She's a mulatto.
Okay, now the only way Claire Muhammad, first I gotta tell you where did she tie into. Claire Muhammad tied to Lake St. Clair.
Okay.
That's the lake named after the Holy Lady St. Clair.
Okay.
All right. My godmama name was Clara May. Okay. Right. Clara May means clearly May.
Okay. That's
okay?
right.
Claire means clear.
That's right.
Muhammad means praiseworthy. So that gives her the saint status.
Okay.
Right? So she's a saint, but she's one of the sisters that's going to hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one sister going to take a loss.
Okay.
But it's going to automatically exalt another one to her place. Now, originally it was going to be Betty Shabazz was the next behind Clara Muhammad, had Malcolm not ran a red herring.
That's right.
Okay. So that made Betty Shabazz take the loss. But now that's going to raise somebody else up. Type in Khadija Farrakhan's slave name.
All right. I'm just say Betty for you. Oh, we got that. Just in case you had to pull her up. Khadija's slave name. Her name Khadija Muhammad?
Khadija Farrakhan.
Okay.
It's really Khadija Farrakhan Muhammad, but they don't use the Muhammad. Right.
Somebody said something? All right, we got her. Right. I'm gonna save a picture of her and I'm gonna pull it up. All right. Yeah, I can tell she looked like the matriarch. But all right, let me just pull this up. Boom. Boom. Khadijah Muhammad. All right, I'm gonna pull it up right here, Rob. I got you. Hey, Rob, if you come into the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the page. Like I say, we drop some every day. All right, this is Betty. This is
go to her profile and read what she was named at birth.
okay, I got you. Her name is Khadijah. All right, I'm gonna read it right now. Her birth name, she's known as the First Lady of the Nation of Islam. She was born Betsy Ross. Oh shit, son. What the? Oh, hey man. Hey, that was on the day costume. Let me say that again. That's the same lady that made the dang flag, bro. Get the hell out of town, my nigga. What the?
That's a knockback from Big Mama.
Damn. Hey, y'all see that, y'all? The same lady that got the name they credit for creating the flag is Khadijah Farrakhan. That's crazy, bro. That's
okay. Now watch this. Look at who Khadijah was, and remember, Claire and the messenger named her Khadijah for a reason.
All right, let's go what Khadijah mean.
Like, type in who was Khadijah in Islam. Her title was Mother of the Righteous. Did you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, it says right here, the merchant who was the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad. Little is known about her apart from the prophetic account of Muhammad's life and teachings in the Hadiths and the Surah.
So this is how I'm going to track Big Mama into her next incarnation. In order to raise the shrine of the Black Madonna, she would have to have a daughter named Donna in order for me to be right.
Okay.
Type in Donna Farrakhan.
All right. What? Right. Hey, I got that ball cap laid out to the side. Hey, just push it off a little bit farther. Donna Farrakhan. Rod, man, what's going on here, right?
If she don't got no daughter, if it ain't no daughter named Donna Farrakhan, then I'm gonna give up because I'm dead wrong.
You right off. You right out. You off if you oh, you go back. Oh, this about to get good, y'all. Hit that like. Show your brother Ross some love, man. Hey man, this is about to get good. This is about to get real good. Donna Farrakhan. All right, let's type that in. Not Dunny, Donna Farrakhan. Oh shit, Rod. Oh, this is about to get good. Donna Farrakhan Muhammad. This is about to get good, Rod. Here she go right here. Look just like her mama. Oh yeah, Minister Louis Farrakhan's daughter, the power of the matriarchs, baby. They call her Mary Magdalene. Oh, she's going on.
How many conversions? I got a Black Madonna, that's the mother of Adonna, to carry the name of one of the people that was there at the beginning of the contract who get the credit for the flag.
Okay.
Which ties us back to Mother Khadijah. Khadijah mean the mother of the righteous, who was named Mother of the Righteous by Claire and Elijah Muhammad for this explicit purpose of reminding us where the Big Mama see that on the land.
This is High power, baby.
Now, what we don't know is me telling y'all this in the public domain with the receipts is empowering her to be able to activate once the sisters start realizing what's going on. This is all about them realizing what's taking place.
Here's Muhammad, Donna Muhammad, Farrakhan's daughter with Khadija. That's her name.
Okay, now remember, the Betsy Ross flag had 13 stars in a circle.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And the 13 stars are all 5-point stars. That's 13 seats of a system.
Okay.
That's called a zodiac seat flip.
Okay.
On the 13 seats of the zodiac, but the number 13 seat is the Queen Mother seat in the middle. But she's scattered among the ranks of the other sisters because it's not safe to sit on the throne because somebody is trying to usurp it and they murdering people to keep them from ascending the throne.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm telling you?
Man, you going broad. You make it like I'm just startled right now. I'm startled.
Okay, now, in order for the Garvey message to get back through the echoes of Elijah Muhammad for the Blue Lives to react, he got now the nation of the 5% covered.
Okay.
Right? Now they got the sisters, them sisters over there, they know what to do behind the scenes because they train similar to the MGT GCC. And they also have the study reference of the Moorish Women's Consulate that was all established for the women to put themselves in positions to reclaim the land at the right time.
Okay.
Okay, now, all those organizations spiderweb into every female organization on the land called sororities and sisterhoods.
Okay.
Right? They don't always get along, but they always want their sister to have all of what she's supposed to get.
Okay.
Okay, now, so we go from here, he have to cover the Blue House with this Hebrew shit.
Yeah.
So who do he cover that with?
Yahweh ben Yahweh?
Yahweh ben Yahweh. Huline Mitchell. Huline X.
So hey, he came about in the class 13X thing?
No, he came from under Elijah, direct.
Well, that's why. Oh, okay. That's why he. Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's something that we got to understand about raising the God. If you understand the assignment, they don't have to tell you what to do. You assume the position, perform the function, because don't nobody else understand it better than you. So now we putting Big Mama house back together, and the FOI is Big Mama's personal security, and you don't want to get it up on them brother's bad side.
Man, I'm telling you, they on some real gangster stuff. Them FOI guys, they really dangerous.
Okay, now his symbol is the 6-point star. Take me back to the original star on the red flag of the Moorish flag was a 6-point star.
Yeah, we got that.
Takes me back to he's telling me off the Blue House, yo, the guys in the Red House said that they came as some Jews.
Okay.
Right? So he send the message back in, and then he take the fall. All these guys doing is when they learn how to cover the position that's open, they step into the position. My job is to listen to all of them and don't take sides. I'll be able to see what they're telling us.
Okay.
Now, the only way I'm right. Now, you see now with a whole bunch of stuff, I'm not proving that I'm right so far, right?
Man, you making connections that nobody ever thought about. Like it's like yeah, go ahead.
Now, part of being the grand matriarch is you got to have matriarchs around the world show you respect. They got just as many or more supporters than you do.
Okay.
Can we prove this, Elder?
Yeah, we can prove it.
Okay, let's prove it.
Okay.
Pull up Winnie Mandela and Khadijah Farrakhan. Because this the Winnie flip off for the 6-point star off of Larry Hoover.
Winnie Mandela is Nelson Mandela's wife, right?
Right. It's a Mandela effect in play in real time. We finna
Man,
fuck, we finna bust
Crackhead.
their algorithm.
Yeah, bust their head up. Hey, so we got Khadijah.
Now, remember, Nelson got out, right? After 29 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now, Winnie was the cause of that because while he was doing all of his being locked up, she was in the field doing all of the riding and putting in the work, as we call it in the community. She didn't sit idle and become a non-activist. She remained active in the struggle. All of that time. But they wasn't compatible no more because the life had dealt them a different fate.
The matriarchs, bro. You going in, right?
Right. So if Winnie Mandela give the Winnie key to Khadijah, she would have to get a key from America from a matriarch named Winnie. Or that's who would have the lock. The key is the freedom key that set Mandela free. Now she got to get a freedom key to Winnie Hoover if she got it from Winnie Mandela. This is all of these conjures converging on the conclusion. That's all it is. The keys to the conjures.
Right here.
They was closing out conjures the whole time they was under the oppression because there wasn't enough conjures closed out to break the cycles. Now they got the freedom key because Mandela got free.
That's right. Baba Nix.
Ain't that something? Ain't that Winnie Mandela between Farrakhan and Khadijah right there?
That's right. We got him.
Okay, now.
Shout out Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Remember, pull up Sukarno, 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 because this is when they came up with the marching order for us soldiers of the Queen of Heaven and Earth to mobilize. It was the Bang Dong Conference.
All right,
so we got to pull up the Bang Dong Conference.
All right, Bang Dong.
This key was flipped to me off a Farrakhan lecture.
Okay, all right. Bang Dong Conference. I got you. And what was that first? Here you go right here. Okay, I'm gonna drop it right here. Hey, what's that first one you said?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Sukarno was the one who hosted it.
Yeah, the Indonesia dude. They've got took out when they put Baracko's dad in his place so they can move the Doogie. You got to call it Doogie. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We bought with George.
Go to the main page so you can read a little bit about it.
Okay, all right. I got you. In April 1955, representatives from 29 governments of Asia and African nations gathered in Bandung, Indonesia, to discuss peace and the roles of the to Indonesia to discuss peace and the roles of the Third World in the Cold War, economy or economics development and decolonization.
You see where it say decolonization, right?
Yeah. To get people.
This is all to push back on the white man's burden of the Pope.
Okay.
Now remember, Elijah Muhammad said the uniting Africa and Asia, right?
Yeah.
See it right there?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is where all of the elders got together and came up with a strategy to defend us and overthrow their regime.
Okay.
And every one of the soldiers assume the post, they don't have to be told what to do.
Okay.
But now the reason why that comes up, because we over in the Philippines with it, And Mother Khadijah would have to first let's find out who's the kingmaker.
Okay. The key
So
maker.
type in the kingmaker, K-I-N-G.
Yeah, I know
Type
it.
in
Sounds like key maker to me. Go ahead.
type in Filipino kingmaker.
The key maker. It sounds like the key maker in the Matrix. You know, you going in, Rod. I'm telling you, man. The king maker, the Filipino king maker. Let's see.
This would be Imelda Marcos.
It says, who is the king maker? It is I'm Maroc. Hold up.
It's Imelda Marcos.
Yeah, let me get his picture. What he do when he say he make kings? Like he put niggas in charge?
No. Yeah, no, it's that's a movie you got right there.
Okay, all right.
Imelda Marcos. Right, yeah, pull her up. Imelda Marcos.
I got you. I'm gonna put her name in real quick. Imelda Marcos. She from Filipinos. Why do they keep doing that? Dang. Oh, look.
That's cool right there.
What the pit? Okay, the picture.
Yeah, you can go to the pictures. It's books written about her.
Okay, I got it. I got it right here. I'm pulling it up. Okay, here we go. Right here. Let me save her. She a matriarch on the land.
Right. She was the highest ranked female matriarch in Asia.
I know it.
Her shoe collection is a old tribal ritual for honoring the queen, the matriarch, the grand matriarch.
Man.
Now, this lady will have to give the kingmaker key to her.
Okay. To who? To what's the name's on lady? Nelson?
Yeah, to Khadijah Farrakhan.
All right, let's get her pulled up and then let's
So type in Imelda Marcos with Khadijah Farrakhan.
Man, Rod, you cracking heads and you twisting caps. It's so you give it so much stuff, man. And
The Pope is inconsequential at this point. Yeah, he's the equivalent of a dead dog.
Farrakhan.
Those shoes mean you have authority to mobilize the people on the land. That's why they were sending her shoes. That's one of the recognitions of the big mamas by the other mamas and big mamas around her community. She was the highest matriarch in the whole of Asia when she was meeting with Mother Khadijah.
Hey, they hiding that picture, Rod. I'm telling you.
It's in there.
It says Marilyn Marco and mother meeting. They show like what the ceremony where they met it, but they don't show them in the picture together.
Maybe if you go to that ceremony, it might be with the picture together.
Okay, I got you. Okay, this might be it, right? Why they dress like that? Oh, look.
That was another one gave her the moon dude.
Yeah.
His wife was one of the highest ranked matriarchs too. She gave her the juice too.
Man, they hide that picture there, bro. I'm telling you. Some reason they don't want us to see that connection. Let's see. Okay, I got it typed in, right? All right, maybe let me put it this way and put her name on this side. And maybe that'll work. Oh yeah, you making some heavy duty connects, Rod.
George Bush is the one who bust up the reign of the Marcos. He did that with his CIA connections to the Sotoro dude.
Yeah, the dude there with Barack Obama's mother was working for the Alphabet Boys, and they put him on him to watch him, and then they took him out. This dude, they had a damn zoo in his backyard. He had elephants and shit walking in his. He had so much money from the doozy.
So we think we just be haphazardly meeting and dating chicks, right?
Yeah.
No. All of that is organized in the ethers by spirit. You don't just meet nobody. Everybody for a purpose.
I can't. Hey, so I'm looking for that picture, but they making that hard.
Okay, put Farrakhan meet man, what I can't think of Melda Marco's husband name.
They got Donald Trump in that joint, meeting them joints, man. Meeting these people in the same picture. Oh, this is about to get good. Oh yeah, Cuba. They in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me I'm looking for a picture. Hey, I'm gonna find it, bro. Let's see. They meeting up with the chick. Who the heck is that chick? This chick is definitely influential. This is Muhammad. Let's see. See pictures. Hey, look, these people that think about it was gonna figure out they all these pictures they caught in these pictures. We connect them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they making it hard to find that one, bro. They got a lot of pictures with this chick with a lot of people though. Donald Trump. She in a lot of pictures with Donald.
Ferdinand Marcos meet Farrakhan.
Put in what?
Ferdinand Marcos meet Farrakhan.
Ferdinand. Let me see her. Hey, spell his first name. Okay, I got it. Ferdinand meets Farrakhan. This is about to get good, y'all. I know he met with Malcolm X too. The other dude, he met with Malcolm X. Malcolm X was meeting with these people.
Yeah, that was part of the Bang Dong conference. I'm just trying to show people that there's people all around the world, good people, that's tired of these people that's invaded the planet and changed our lifestyle from being one with the planet and one with nature to this synthetic lifestyle. And that the mothers of the planet have coalitions that's going on in front of our face. I got to point them out to y'all because I had to learn how to read what the mothers across the land was saying one of these men chiefs have to do. And that's how I was able to get all of my instructions through women telling me different grievances and different resolutions to other grievances. It's not showing.
No, not showing, but I'm trying to find another solution. Let's see. Let's see.
Hey, did you see the post I sent you on Malcolm meeting Elijah? On Martin meeting Elijah?
Yeah, I think I got that one.
With the letters and all that. That was dope.
Yeah, that's fire. All right, yeah. So it ain't showing me. I know Malcolm. I know. See, look, it's a whole backstory on Malcolm. Went over and he was meeting up with that dude in Indonesia, and they said that he was friends with that guy, and
that's the dude you talking about got killed the same time he got killed.
Yeah, not Pinto. That's Pinto up in Nigeria. Pinto was the one that when Malcolm got ready to take it to court and file charges against these dirty Moors, Pinto was teaching him how to do it to go to the international court. That's why he had built a speech. It says, "I charge America with being the biggest haters in America. I charge the United States," and whatever. He started saying it, right? That was the speech that he's
That's
gonna
the
give.
secret to that's the secrets to the grievance process.
Yeah, he's gonna get that speech the next month at the international conference. And they said, we got to take this guy out before he give that speech.
Remember in the Declaration of Independence now,
Mm-hmm.
and in the Constitution, they tell you whenever the country, whenever these principles run amok, there's spirits and principalities out of earth for the people to call upon to bring these things to bear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? That means to enforce the contracts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they were become unenforceable from the side of the people trying to do what's right.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's a higher authority that'll come in and clean this mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Take you off that maritime laws of the high seas and put you back on the law of the land.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to be back on the law of the land is you got to put the original lawmakers back into place in order to correct the children now so they can had a best life for the next 7 generations.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's how we come back through our progeny, by how well we paved a path in the present in order to come back through our offspring as our great-great-grandchildren sometimes. We project ourselves in the future, and the best future is delivered to those who can change the next 7 generations to the greatest benefit of the most people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I want to come back wealthy and successful next life, I got to kick my butt in this life to make sure that my family in the position to give me what I need to be who I need to become.
Exactly. So when you reincarnate, y'all will be on.
Right. So when you're looking out for your children, you in essence guaranteeing yourself a way back.
That's right. That's right. And you setting it up for that's what they want to cut us off from. They want to cut us off from thinking about, hey, we gotta come back we're gonna come back in our bloodline, so have kids. That's why
right. That's why they forbade the teaching of reincarnation.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, what a lot of people don't know is if you interrupt the timeline by like suicide, right?
Okay.
You snap back to when you was born in that life and you keep reliving that life until you figure out how to not commit suicide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And every time is more miserable than the last time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To make it harder for you to break free, you digging yourself in deeper like quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call being stuck in your own hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you keep living the same foolishness over and over because you won't learn from the life you live in and use the experience of the life that you already gave up in order to live this one. You jump in timelines by coming through the portal of life. And if you reverse engineer the process, it all sprang forth out of a portal of life, the great mother of creation, the grand creator herself, Tawaret, symbolized by the great hippopotamus, who birthed her children from the wishes of her womb. This is the same way we get here. We become personified wishes of the womb of the mothers that produce us.
Mm-hmm.
But we have people that has learned from foreign species that they can subjugate us by subjugating the women, and that the women would have to struggle hard to remember who they is so that they can remember how to create heroes.
Okay.
People that'll stand up for their mama and fight a grizzly bear with his bare hands.
Right.
Right? Then you coming to find out you end up with somebody like the Tiger Swami. Pull up the Tiger Swami on Google.
I got you. The Tiger Swami.
The Tiger Swami made popular by the autobiography of a yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. And the Tiger Swamis lived his life fighting real tigers with his bare hands.
Man,
and he became the master of knocking tigers out with his bare hands. See the dude sitting with the pot belly?
oh yeah, I got him. We put him blowing right up on you. We're gonna blow him right on up. Get him right on
See if
line.
you can see if you can read a quick description about him on the main page.
Okay, I got you. Okay, hold on. Dang, what just happened? All right, hold on. Let me read the description of then I go back to the picture. It says Suham Swami was a Hindu guru and yoga from India, originally named Shyamun Kanta, Shyamun Kanta, Bando Path Haya. He was the disciple of Advaiti man, I can't even say this. It's a Hindu.
Yeah, that's those Hindu names.
It says who was the tiger? It says right here. It says he was a Hindu guru yoga, originally named. Okay, he was a disciple. Okay, boom. Hold on, I gotta go see what the heck going on with this dude. They found him. Okay, I'm trying to find out the fighting the tiger part.
Mm-hmm.
Says he's was known as a tiger man of India. He was the first controversial who raised a voice in the favor of protecting the tigers as early as 1956. Let's see. Says so it felt that it was not possible for a boy to fight a tiger, and it must have been a strong and grown up person who had done this. Say he was fighting tigers. I became one of the tiger's favorite.
Look, here's an example of Mother Nature sending somebody for retribution for what you do to the offspring of a species.
Oh yeah, it says right here he killed about 70 tigers within 10 years. He was so caught up with reaching his target of killing 100 tigers to disprove the prophecy that all other matters took a back seat. This was how he got to be known as the Tiger King. He killed 70 tigers within 10 years. Damn.
Okay. Now, what stopped him before he reached 100?
That's a good question. They don't say that part.
In the book, Autobiography of a Yogi, it tell you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and be a spoiler alert because there's some other good stories in there that's great.
That's right there.
But what stopped him was one of the lion gods incarnated in a lion to come get retribution for what he had been doing. I mean, tigers, right? In order to stop him from doing that, and he almost killed him, but he ended up beating the tiger, but he almost died in the process. And he said he'd never fight another tiger after that.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason why this story is believable, pull up the Maasai Mara.
Oh, I got you.
Or Lion Hunters of Africa. Lion Hunter Tribe of Africa. That's what you put in.
Yeah, I know this right here. I know this, man. You know, we to be a man and some of the tribe, you got to go out and collect a pair of lion testicles and bring them back. A live lion testicles. Man, that's almost you know what I'm saying? It's some tribes.
No, yeah, you got to kill that lion to get his testicles, though.
Yeah. You got to kill him to get his testicles and bring the testicles back. Then they know you a man. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody wanted to know why he was killing tigers. He was pushing himself to be the maximum limit of human capabilities to go to combat with beasts of the field of the raw nature. He's trying to tap into his most primordial base instinct of an animal in human form and control it enough to use it in real life without it consuming him. And that's how you know he learned that his lesson when that tiger tore his tail up and he stopped messing with them dang old tigers. But he was pushing himself for greater adventure.
As a
And
wild
greater
man.
conquest.
Yeah, this is a branch. That tribe you're talking about is a branch out the Watusi tribe that fight these lions, like the Zulu.
Yeah, that's
That
some
too.
of Inky kids with the one of his earthborn. All these tall tribes are tribes developed from having babies with Inky. The mothers of the tribes, they mitochondria trace back to people about the size of the sun. But they all tall like that. That's why the tallest people always had the shortest mothers.
Hmm.
That's where that gene come from. Because Inky kids designed that when the mother is born, she want a big, powerful son to protect her.
Mm-hmm. Keep
So they
talking.
always grow up and be giants over their mama.
Make sure this boy's straight. Keep talking. I got the pictures up there though.
Mm-hmm. Now that's Paramahansa Yogananda on the left. Then the Tiger Swami. Then it's showing you the tribes. These the lion fighters, right? Now, years ago, they used to have to go out and bring that lion pelt back with no weapons, right? But then they start, this is lion baiting. This is human lion baiting. These lions are most likely gonna be tied up because they don't have the technique down for fighting no lion the way that they running up on him unless he's tied up. I'm trying to see what looked like a cross.
Hey, what you say? Oh, my bad, my bad.
Somebody said, what's that thing that looked like a cross? I was trying to find it. I don't see what they're talking about.
On the picture right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see you talking about they talking about on the Tiger Man or on the Watusi people beating the tiger.
Hey, look, somebody in the comments, Mufasa, he say facts. I'm Watusi. He know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he know about he got to collect the lion's testicles.
Yeah, that's his culture.
Yeah, you got to go out and you better come back with them testicles, boy. Or you better you ain't no man.
Over here, we didn't hunt these kind of lions.
Yeah.
Type in Native American wearing lion pelt.
All right.
We had cougars. We was using cougar pelts and lynx and wolves. We was using buffalo scalps to make hats out of.
Yeah.
That became them buffalo lodges that became the buffalo soldiers. Some of the tribes did keep lions as pets, but all of them didn't. That first one right there is the one, Elder.
Yeah, right there,
That
right there.
main
I
one I'm
got it.
talking about. But
Yeah,
you know, do what you're doing though. You good because there's a couple more pictures that's good.
Yeah, I got the one you want though. I got a whole bunch of these in your folder, in your file, in the hard drive though. Or the pictures was ran the different types of headdress. The wolf, wore the wolf. This right here is it was just pull this up. All right, there you go, right there. We got more of like coyotes over here. We got more of mountain lions, more of cougars.
Now, in the over here in the tradition of the people over here that would use that, right?
Yeah.
That would be they family animal totem.
Okay.
Anybody that use that as an animal totem know where they tribe at is wherever they see this representation.
Okay.
So if the tribe ever get dispersed, look for your tribal totem.
Okay.
And that's how you find where your tribe is if you isolate it from your tribes. Now, in this particular tribal totem, you have to go out and seduce he's wearing the links, it looked like. But you have to go out and seduce the totem animal and convince the totem animal to self-sacrifice to give you honor to your clan.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ones where you see natives wearing animal pelts, this same fundamental principle is universal among totem honoring tribes.
Same thing in ancient Kemet.
Yeah, and that's why we didn't have the law of the flag that came from Europe. We had the law of the totem pole. And the totem always told you how to find your way back to your original clan land, because all you got to do is just start finding where the totem at with your totem animal is on the land.
You see that picture there, Rod?
Which one?
The totem pole.
You can show it.
Okay.
The chicken hawk, if you was a shorty when you gave the name, it's exactly spelled out in that froghorn, leghorn, chicken hawk baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same as the meaning of the totem of the calling the child the chicken hawk is his over-ambitious and eager nature to go out and hunt chickens because he's a chicken hawk, but he ain't ready.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His nature matures faster than the child.
Mm-hmm.
Totem animal is the bee. You a house of Oshun on the Orisha side. The honey is the money in your family. Sweet girls.
Mm-hmm. You going in tonight, bro? The boy said you
Yeah,
crazy.
we used to have lions and we used to have our own pachyderms. The pachyderm is the symbol of the matriarch that's been murdered to death over here. They don't exist over here no more in their natural habitat.
Hey, so Rod,
quick
question. All right, so I say if I was from another native tribe, right? And then I was on the land traveling, and then I came up into these poles. When I seen these poles, what would this translate to be for me? Like what would I know to know? You see?
I'm gonna take the one on the left.
I just do it right here since it's bigger. We'll blow it up. Like if I came to that land, I say, damn, I saw this totem pole. Well, should I be scared? Should I be like, oh, these motherfuckers chopping niggas' head off?
If you come presentable and honorable to the clans on the land, you're supposed to come bearing gifts. That's passport.
Yeah, that's right.
To show respect and reverence for being on the land.
Okay.
Some of them don't want money and shit and change. They want you to come do a service in a community that benefit their children, not them.
Oh, Rod, what you saying makes sense. Okay, I seen a document where it was a dark-skinned Native American who was making deals with other Native Americans. They about to cross their land. And he said he came on their land, right? He got off his horse. He told the other dude, "Get off your horse, man! Don't, because these niggas will kill you, right?" So they got off the horse. And then when the chief came, the woman was talking to him. It was the woman that she was like the mother chief of the tribe. And the mothers could translate. They knew more than one language. The women, they knew more than one language. They could speak the English man language. And so she translated for him, and he gave a gift in order to pass on their land. And the Native American accepted it and said that, all right, yeah, you could pass on this land from the gift that he gave him, from like it was tobacco or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And some chocolate.
We had cars, Elder.
Okay.
Then had cars, but we always used the broke down cars to build the next cars. That's why we didn't have junkyards and dumps. We recycled everything. That was our culture. That's what they wanted to get us away from with the consumer ideology and the production of motor vehicles, so you don't properly take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually gonna break down and make you have to get a new one. Consumerism.
Okay.
If there was an African American automaker in the 1820s
Okay.
on record,
Okay.
right? So we've been making automobiles. It's just that we didn't have dumps because we recycled everything.
Okay.
And we was using water to power them. They were steam engines, but they wasn't they was hydrogen cars actually,
Yeah.
but they was ran like a steam engine. Very little exhaust waste. That's why they don't want people knowing about water as the propulsion fuel of the vehicle. You can use the same internal combustion engines as you dependent on. Using water to fuel them, you
Facts.
can get just as much power out of them and not damage the atmosphere. And you don't even have to produce no lithium battery.
That's it. Right.
Right? They got other machines that where you can store the weight of your car sitting still can charge a particular kinetic battery.
Okay.
Right? By it sitting still, it'll charge up and run the car all day long.
Okay.
Right? Because when you start moving, the kinetic energy loss triggers it to use the accelerated kinetic energy as a current and continuous fuel as long as you're moving. So you would be able to drive nonstop as far as you want to until you had to pee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the technology that was coming on the land that I don't understand where it went. It don't make sense to me. I can't
Mm-hmm.
find it. It's been covered up. It's been hid,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But in the end, all of this shit got to come back to the surface. Everything got to come full circle. So when we do these classes and I go through these lessons and I show y'all who is who, right? All
Mm-hmm.
you got to do is pull out Jabril Muhammad's collection of articles from the final call, Farrakhan the Traveler, and everywhere Farrakhan went, Khadijah was there meeting the matriarchs under the pretense of being just a little old wife of the minister.
Mm-hmm.
She's building a power base. She's established now as the most powerful female on the planet.
Okay. I'm with it.
If all of the females realize what's going on, they will realize that they are in the optimum position to seize all of the major centers of power around the world just off one flick of the finger, like like Thanos.
Okay.
Right? That's the raising of the matriarchy. That's the hijra of Muhammad that took us to Khadijah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Khadijah is at the mosque, and the mosque is Mariama, the rebellious house of the rebellious woman,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the house of the rebellious woman is on Stony Island in 79th.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's incorrect. It's on 70 something in Stony Island. I think it's 75th. But anyway, if you find the mother of the righteous in the house of the rebellious woman, you end up finding the rightful heir to the shrine. What's the shrine? The shrine of the Black Madonna. Who's guarding the shrine, Elder?
The FOI, my guess.
Look, the shrine, the throne has been usurped.
Yeah.
Somebody's guarding the throne.
Who going? I can make a
Who got
guess.
the sword on their hat?
The Shriners.
Shriners.
The clowns. That's what I call them. A whole bunch of clowns.
Now, we don't know what they're doing in secret until we can get in and get the secrets out. But how do we get in and get the secrets out?
How?
We send somebody that look like them in to get them
No,
and put them in the public domain.
Yeah,
it's a chess game. So the mothers knocking across the world to seize back the seats of power on a global matriarch's takeover. These is the women responsible for tying the knot. You got to pull up Winnie Hoover.
Winnie Hoover. Wendy who? Wendy or Winnie Hoover?
Wendy.
All right, Wendy Hoover.
They still call her Winnie though, because the Winnie key is the Winnie the Pooh key to the honey pot. That's the freedom key
The
to
black
let their
Wendy
honey
Hoover
out.
or the white Wendy Hoover? We got a bad Winnie Hoover right here, though. You know, some baddie.
No, none of them was her.
Okay. Is Larry Hoover wife?
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Here we go right here. I got it. She's in this picture right here. She looks like a matriarch too.
She is.
Let me pull her up. I got you. We got Wendy Hoover.
So Wendy get the Winnie key off Winnie the Pooh, who flipped off Larry Hoover, flipped for Larry Hoover to get the key from Mother Khadijah. But the only way that Mother Khadijah can flip her the key is I had to knock on wood to set Larry Hoover free. Once they know that happened, that's also the sign that it's safe for the matriarchs to start moving into positions of power.
Okay.
So they start moving in positions of power.
Let me get Larry Hoover's wife pulled up on now. Hold up, let me see. I just had the picture saved in there. Here we go, right up in here. Boom. I'm gonna put up there by herself.
Put it up there. Some of them, it don't matter.
All right. Y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We cracking heads and twisting caps. We got probably like some people on here.
I'm gonna tell you the irony of Chicago politics.
All right.
Remember when they show us in the movie when the European ladies always calling meetings for the Bridge Club?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Bridge Club is backdoor deals that they making in the community in order to make the best possible arrangements for the people involved without the power structure ever knowing what they're doing.
Okay.
So they formulated the Bridge Club. But if you don't know how to play the game of bridge, they won't never allow you to get in to see what need to be done because you ain't learned your lessons on the land yet. You haven't traveled enough. So the bridge is to bridge the connections. In Chicago, most important females, they know where each other at when the time come in order for them to take over Chicago. They just waiting to see certain moves and certain things put in place, certain receipts put in the public domain.
Which is being done right now as we speak.
Yeah. It's not just us, it's other people doing the work somewhere else in an entirely different channel from a different direction, doing the same thing we doing in a different way than we doing it. And we probably don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. There's people out here doing it.
Yeah. So a mama's boy started learning all of the women's games.
That's right.
Right. So he's learning the four corner shuffles. He's learning the bridge game. He's learning the politics.
Pity pat, you know.
Right. Pity pat, tunk, 49, big 50 pay double.
Yeah, that's right. Big
Put
Mama
your
had the
bid
card
in
games
when
in the
you're
house.
ready. Put your bid in when you're ready. Keep your barber hand slow and steady.
That's right. Better.
Yeah. So then when you get to learn all of these games, they're teaching you the rules of life. So these women come in under the pretense of being your girlfriend, or she might be your girlfriend mama that you got mad respect for. The lady around the corner who you try to help with her groceries when she come in because she don't need to be carrying that shit by herself. And then they drop them little tidbits of knowledge on you that you take with you as jewels because they dressing you up for a future ceremony of greatness. If you can learn to pay attention to the wisdom of the women, they'll guide you through every destructive path laid before you without being scathed. And yeah, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, my sister's watching over me, so I can't be touched. Right? So then we put on the show for them. But the show is to read their reaction to know what to do next so we can make the right move in order to make our sisters happy. Because if our sisters ain't happy, we ain't gonna be happy because I don't want to sit around and listen to my miserable ass sister complaining about her life.
Nope.
Right? So what do? If I could see some way I can help her fix it, I'm gonna do everything I can to help her fix it.
That's right.
But sometimes the long game is more difficult than the short game. But if you play the long game, you get the greatest result.
We in the building. Hey, y'all. That boy Rod that cracked heads and twist caps, man. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. We about 11 minutes out from a 2-hour mark, Rod. But like we keep going. I ain't sleepy, man. I'm saying. We want to take questions.
We can start taking questions though. Anytime.
Yeah. Take drop them questions in the link in the chat, man. Man, hey Rod, you gave me a whole nother side of this thing, bro. It's a whole nother level to this shit. It's always different, higher. Hey, everything I think I know something, it's like, man, I ain't know shit. I like when you tell like everything I think I got a grip on it, and then it's more information that's unfolding, and then you got to try to get a grip on that, and then more information come out. So it's like we can't never get a grip on it. It's like we always trying to get a grip on it. But I got a pretty good idea of what's happening here. I got a pretty good idea of what's happening with all the stuff, you know.
Hey,
So,
somebody named Simone asked
ahead.
me about a hard copy of the autobiography. Please inbox me on Instagram. I want that book. I need a hardback copy. I didn't even know I could still find one. I be running through my softbacks. I had about 6 copies of it. I done read every copy at least 4 or 5 times each. That's how good the book is. I can't believe it. I have to read it again to see if it was good as I thought it was last time I read it.
Wow.
Amazing. You know the first book I ever read cover to cover on my own?
What's the first book you ever read?
It was a book called The Emperor and the Tiger.
The Emperor and the Tiger. Let's pull it up.
It's a children's book for like 4th graders. But the idea of me hearing that just sounds so intriguing that I wanted to read that book, and I read.
Oh yeah, that's a 5. I'm out of Rod. Appreciate that, Rod. Oh yeah, I'm out to get that. Tony the Tiger, baby. I'm doing a class on this tomorrow on the feline race. You got anything on that, Rod?
On what?
The feline race of beings and how like all the different species here, like
Look,
what's their purpose? What's the purpose of a tiger? Like, what do they do? What's their purpose on this planet? Like, what's their part?
hey, look, when we say they were the cat clan, the cat people,
Yeah.
that don't mean they look like the cat. That mean that that's the totem animal that most represent that family clan's physical characteristics.
Uh-huh.
Like Mary Lori Lightfoot, she is a coon
Okay.
by clan,
Okay.
but she's a Lightfoot by lineage,
Okay.
right? The dark eyes that she have sunken in her head is a dead giveaway to one of the people born under the Coon clans. That's why we call them that.
Yeah, my grandma, my granddad and them is the Coon clan. My daddy's in them. They Coon clan.
The dark
Muskogee.
around, they have that dark ring around the eyes, like they
Yeah.
got a
Yep.
mask on all the time.
Yep. My daddy, everybody, they got that ring. They my granddaddy said that he said they originally was called Blackfoots. Before they started calling them coon ass. They was part of the Blackfoot tribe. The Muskogee. He said they broke off from the Muskogee, became the Blackfoot, and then they broke off from the Blackfoot. Yeah, go ahead.
We were hosted, all of the tribes in the southeast was hosted by the big mamas of the Gullah Geechees.
Okay.
That's why we call them the Gullah Wars or the Geechee Gullah Wars or the Geechee Wars.
Okay.
Right? Those were the big mamas that told all of the tribes from all over to send soldiers to Florida using the spirit knocking from way back.
Okay.
Okay. So the Gullah tribes renamed a lot of the tribes by what became a common standout feature.
Okay.
Right? Like they named the crow because they was able to recognize that imposter in the middle of them and form a murder of crows to get rid of them.
Okay.
But they were still talking about an offshoot of the Iroquois nations.
Okay.
Right? But then you had the Blackfoot. They call them that because they walking barefoot in the damn hot ass sun for fucking 300, 400, 500 miles on their way in. By the time they get there, their feet have been sunburned and healed over. Right? Now they got black ass feet.
Yeah, they walk.
But they ain't really black. They dark and dirty and dusty. They look like they might be black.
Yeah, they walk through the black swamps too. The black swamps.
Right. See, all that was going to fight the Gullah War.
Yeah,
so
Florida.
When we calling all of this to a conclusion, then when we say Florida the finish line, is because we had to go back out the same way we came in, energetically speaking. We have to mirror the cause of the problem and reverse engineer it on the way out in order to get out of the situation. Right? So when we go over the information now, we're telling you how to read the land, the movement of the people on the land, right? In order to know spiritually who's been ranked by the natural order of the clans from Earth. The Mother Nature is going to order these clans, and they have to have some kind of shielding mechanism for the system not to be able to do certain stuff. And that's what made Elijah put the nation together as a tribe, one big family, right? But the goal is always to raise one of your children to become their own individual. And that your love for your people gave a lesson that hit that person in their heart space so hard that it connected them to all of the people that love you the same. Now we're looking to reach critical mass of awareness in order to hit everybody in their heart chakra with the love string instead of the fear and the fear mongering. right? It's easy to be a doomsday prophet, but you can only be a doomsday prophet if you see a doomsday ahead of us.
Yeah, right.
I can't prophesy about no coming doomsday destruction because I don't see that stuff coming.
Right.
Right. But I can tell you, based on the sequence of events that here coming up soon, the things that we putting out in the public domain is going to give the understanding of the mothers enough memory of the customs and traditions of our people to stand up and form motherhood groups across the land and take back all of these seats of power called mayor seats in order to flip into the continuity government protocol for us to reclaim what's rightfully ours and get back access to our familial inheritance of wealth.
And you know something, Rod, what you saying, man, it make a lot of sense the way you going about it, because the women, they got a better chance of taking over as long as we back them up. The man too scared to do it, but a woman ain't scared to do it. Then we stand in with them and say, yeah, if you touch her, we got something for you. You know what I'm saying? So
It ain't that the men scared. The men ain't scared. They get out there, but every time they go out there, for some twist of fate, they end up fighting each other.
Yeah, arguing.
Right? They lose track of who the enemy is, but the women never took their eye off the devil.
That's right.
They've been watching them the whole time under the pretense of being in the church, in the mosque, in the shopping mall, but they've been watching the snake the whole time. Monkey see snake, monkey don't move.
Yeah.
Right? So all they moves has been geared to keep the serpent in sight of the children. They say this is life, nigga, but this ain't living.
Right. Man, because like all these women you pointing up, these are powerful women, man. Like
these all of them passing the juice to Claire Muhammad.
Yeah, this right here is nice. Larry Hoover's wife, all of them look like good Nubian strong sisters.
They know that right now, the highest ranked matriarch on the land, which makes her the Black Madonna.
That's right.
And they all know it.
So can one of these people sit in the big mama's chair? Don't
nobody want, look, none of them women want to sit where they don't belong.
Okay.
Everybody want to sit in their rightful place. You're putting everything in its proper position. You have to put the power where the power goes. If the machine gonna run the way it's supposed to run.
Okay.
They understand that better than we do. When we tell you that the woman is God, that's what we're talking about. Because she's coming in right brain abstract, it takes a different kind of man to read what she's trying to tell him in order to use her advantage of being tapped into the universal consciousness, womb to womb link, like a direct line. Jesus on the main line, me, Isis on the main line. We can all talk uterus to uterus by the echoes through the universe. They playing musical uteruses around us because the uterus is a spiritual instrument of power. When the women perform certain functions, you can call it twerking all you want to. She's harmonizing her instrument to tell the universe what she needs while she visualizes it in her mind. She's bringing it into fruition as a Mandela effect off of a mandala. But we don't see that creative potential. So we label her a rebellious woman, Mary Magdala. Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's deep. So we got a couple of questions. Somebody said, can y'all talk about Chief Naya Sabu Air and the role he played on fixing things? You ever heard of that dude? Let's pull him up real quick. Let's type him so we can get a picture of him. Okay, so his name is Chief Naya Hey, we hands on, brother. We hands on. We get that right there with you. Okay, this is the guy right here, Rod. You know anything about? Hold on, let me blow him up. We're gonna get a picture of him. Hey, he definitely one of our brothers. He's like one of the chiefs on the land. Let's get him pulled up though. You know, we got a couple chiefs standing up, man. We had a lot of Indians, but we ain't have enough chiefs. Now we getting enough chiefs standing up. Hey,
he was a Nubian.
they say not, it's a lot of chiefs, not enough Indians, huh? What you say?
He is a Nubian.
Okay, all right, yeah. I think I seen this dude on the brothers Pharaoh channel one day. I think I seen this brother on Pharaoh's page, I want to say. And I gotta go back and check on my brother Pharaoh, see what he put out lately. Shout out to brother Pharaoh, man. My Sabian brother the Pharaoh, man. And
He a warrior hayoka priest.
Okay, he a warrior hayoka priest. Let me pull him up.
You talking about young Pharaoh?
Oh yeah, young Pharaoh, man. Young Pharaoh disrespected his ancestors, though. That's what made him had to be still to the back. You see, you go talking about disrespecting the Elijah Muhammad and all them guys. See, now you messed up. See.
Yeah, he's supposed to challenge that paradigm as violently as possible.
Yeah, he did it. He lost big time.
Maybe he performed his function flawlessly then.
Yeah, right. Don't he ever open his damn mouth again to speak out against the honorable Louis Farrakhan or Elijah, because he ain't did half the shit that they did.
Oh, that's true, but he got a right to say.
Yeah,
he got a right to talk about me if he choose to.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't did nothing to it.
Me too. But if you talk about me, just keep in mind, you got to cash that check.
Look, all I'm saying is this: a motherfucker could say whatever the fuck they want to say, feel however they want to feel. That's their God right. As a God, they got entitled to feel however they want to feel.
That's facts. That's just respect.
And for me to respect that right, I let them feel that. I can't give a fuck how they feel.
Yeah.
Right? But I can go on by my life without how they feel affecting me. Now, however they feel becomes an impediment to my growth and development and my ability to pass information to my people, then they become an obstacle that I gotta move. And I'm like 50 Cent on that issue. They say they don't want a problem, no problem. They say they want a problem, no problem.
Yeah.
And then they think I'm crazy for saying no problem because they want a problem.
50, man.
So
50.
Pharaoh was a hayoka priest.
Yeah, I like young Pharaoh.
He do it's called the hayoka dance. If you got an important message to get across in front of the establishment, right? But you can't come across like you know what you're talking about, because the ires of the establishment will be stabbing you right in your throat. So now you got to get this message out. You pull a Chief Crazy Horse, a ODB.
ODB, dirty bastard.
Right. He was the master. He was the drunken master in cold flip, because he's playing the gesture, so to speak, performing a flamboyant dance of insanity, and all the while he's telling you the truth while he's performing this dance of insanity by making himself sometimes look disheveled and slightly off hinge while he's telling the truth. Now, if you don't listen to what he's saying and go by the energy projected, that's the direction he's trying to lead the system. For you to call him crazy and write him off. But if what he's saying still remained true, he got the message to the ones that was listening to the truth while he was performing his hayoka dance of the lunatic.
Yeah, that's a lunatic.
dancing by the moonlight, right? And that's a metaphor for dancing with your lady. Slow dancing, swaying to music.
Yes, this
Right. So all these things is telling you clues to how to read the land and the culture on the land. Well, no matter how much it's changed, the principles and the base of the culture still remains the same. There's certain stuff about our culture they couldn't take away. The castles they wasn't allowed to tear down, they turned them into prisons.
That's right.
State buildings and mental asylums.
That's right. That's right.
Right. The ones they could, they blowed them up like Queen Khalifia's castle. They used to sit where they built Alcatraz at. Looked like the Disney castle. Big grand ball castle for the queens of the West. The Khalifia queens. It was more than one of them. That was the title. Right. And they used to have their family functions at Khalifia's castle. All that shit true. They used to celebrate all of the cultures of the Southwest, and they would even have swimming competitions for people to swim across the bay, and a lot of them didn't make it.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
All to get married to one of the daughters of the Khalifia queens.
That's right.
They risked swimming across the bay to get to Alcatraz.
Hey, you know, they know some. They said that this chick had some type of device to render that island invisible, the way you couldn't even see it unless you were
A cloaking device. I don't know. I know
yeah.
that the Spanish Armada blew it to smithereens with.
And that these Germans, the Germans had a technology. That's the only reason they found it. The Germans had a new advanced technology from Ashtar Command, where they got the ships from Hitler, and they was able to go up into find the island over there, like the secret island that they're cloaked. We had cloaking devices that we could cloak whole islands. That's what they said. They was using. These ancient Egyptians was using these devices. Baba had one, the type of device that he put into the Black Pyramid to kill all the electronics and shit. When they tried to fly over with a helicopter over the Black Pyramid, they almost crashed because of the type of technology that Baba had put inside the pyramid. Like he put some kind of device where it was made out of a crystal, right? There was some old heads was telling me. And they said that Queen Khalifa had some type of technology that rendered that island invisible. And then the Germans figured it out. So I'm trying to figure out what's the time frame on Queen Khalifa and Hitler now. Is that like what's the connect? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still putting that together right now. Like what year was Queen Khalifa? Like they giving us 1500s. Or was it more than one Khalifa spirit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
Khalifia is like saying the queen. It's a whole bunch of Khalifias on the West Coast.
Okay.
Right now. They female chiefs by rank and position according to the understanding the way tribes is described in the modern terminology. But really they matriarch chiefs. And when they get a certain amount of matriarchal support, loved and respected, that's the key. No matter what you do in your life, the goal is most loved, most respected for standing on what you stand on. That's why those girls in them gangs bang so hard to put their status up so they can represent their sisters as warrior women. They willing to take the punishment required to establish themselves as a warrior without going into the combat of a war zone. Nature trains its own. So Khalifia is like saying the matriarch of our tribes of that area called California today, or Cali is the title, and Fornia is same as Florida, flowers. So it's another land of flowers. but it's a different kind of flower.
Hey, somebody was asking in the comments about the Wonder Woman story. Yeah, the Wonder Woman story is taken from a storyline. It's got a little added stuff in there, but the storyline is taken from Queen Khalifa on that island where the Roy Hayes talking about, where Alcatraz, the castle, turned into a prison. Yeah, so the Wonder Woman storyline is a story taken from the matriarch story of when women ruled. And the Khalifas. Go ahead, Rod. You want to go in on it?
So when you look at who's the character that's supposed to be Wonder Woman, do you remember her name?
No, what was her name? The new one? I ain't got a chance to watch the new one.
Wonder Woman name is Diana.
Ah, go ahead. That's my mama middle name. Go ahead.
Diana traced back to Greece.
Okay.
She was responsible for the sweet waters, the love. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Sound familiar.
Right. Because Diana was the Isis seat of Greece.
Okay.
Equivalent to the Vatican.
Princess Diana, the one that got driven in the car crash?
That's a synonym.
Okay. Okay.
Same but different. Right?
Yeah.
So the Diana that they usurped was the Queen of Greece, Helen.
Okay. Okay.
Helen is the one responsible for teaching the Greeks language and culture and having her priests pen the Greek alphabet.
Okay.
The purpose of the Greek alphabet was to train the philosophers in the use of linguistics in order to call forth the energies and the forces within the powers of nature.
Yeah, magic, what they call magic, abracadabra, shit like that, you know?
It's called high magic.
Yeah.
Low magic is what they call elemental magic, using the earth, air, fire, water elements to perform your magic.
Mm-hmm.
As the anchor and sympathy in the power of that element to bring into fruition what you call them forth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, her name was Diana. And you remember the story of the Gorgon priestesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those were the Psi priestesses over the Doula centers of Greece.
Okay.
Medusa had two sisters that was her closest confidants, and they were called the Gorgons.
Okay.
Right? Because they was responsible for making sure that all of the new priests initiated was taught the law strictly and firmly so that they would adhere to the principles.
Okay.
Right? So when they say they took Medusa's head, right, and then they show you that her hair is snakes.
Mm-hmm. Which is Wadjet. They call them Wadjet in ancient Kemet. Wadjet.
Right. Now she was able to control her dreadlocks and spark electromagnetism through her dreadlocks.
Okay.
And when they said that men would freeze when they look up on her face, right?
Okay.
That's a metaphor for how beautiful she was.
Okay.
And if you pause at her beauty, she was taking your head as a Gorgon priestess if you in her temple without the proper authorization. She'll have no mercy for intruders.
Okay.
Right? So they tricked a demigod into slaying her and taking her head.
Enlil's son, was that Bell that did it? Go ahead. I don't know. Go ahead.
Remember, that's the story of Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? Remember the movie Clash of the Titans. That's the movie.
Okay.
In Clash of the Titans, the demigod was the hero who took Medusa's head to slay the Kraken.
Okay. I watched it, the Clash of the Titans. I got that movie on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, This is how they describe taking Medusa's head and bringing it to the great dragon. Who is the great dragon?
I can make a guess, but you tell me what you got on that.
The great dragon is the red dragon. That's Enlil.
Okay, go ahead.
And they said that Sinbad brought the not Sinbad. I think was it Sinbad? I forgot his name.
They call him Perseus.
Perseus, yeah.
Perseus.
Perseus,
Yeah.
right, brought the head of Medusa to appease the Kraken, and it made the Kraken turn to stone.
Yep.
Right? So that was for the mixed seeds to overthrow Enlil by bringing him the head of the goddess Helen. How do we know this? When you go look up Helen in Greece, it's a woman.
Yep.
But when you look up Helen in Rome, it's a man.
Okay.
So then you have to identify who usurped Greece's throne. Remember, Alexander was the great conqueror.
Yeah.
And Alexander was the son of Zeus.
Okay.
Who is Enlil.
Go ahead. I'm with you.
Right? So he's sending him into the Indus Valley to seize from the priests of the Tibetan monks the sutras for running the government until the close of the age. This called that's how they was able to say the Holy Roman Empire lived this long and go through these life cycles. It's a pre-written program that was activated by the contract called the Bible. Now, the chiefs being masters of theater, storytelling, griots, dancers to tell the story in dance, right? We learn how to pretend to be the characters in the book long enough to harness the energy that the people put into the characters in order to see how it trapped the people. Then when we play it out, we come out and tell the people the source of the trap is this. ISIS, Jesus is ISIS, and you've been lied to. And that's why they keep you from ever getting your prayers answered. The earth rights is the rights of the women to institute the jurisdiction of the matriarchy to protect the children for the next 7 generations. And this is supported and backed up by the first and the second law of nature.
That's right.
Right? So when 2 laws of nature converge on the mother tiger to protect her cubs, she'll fight off a male tiger twice her size, twice her strength, but he won't have that ferocity that nature gave her to cover the first 2 laws of nature being activated in what she's doing. Because the protection of the children is the preservation of the species. The best protection for the children at this point in time would revert back to a matriarchy. So it got to be a cause for justification in order to prove that. Somebody has to be able to read the discussion the matriarchs is having and answer the grievances that restores the balance to the land by restoring the matriarchal government, by informing the people how we toppled the government and how we reclaimed what was rightly ours at the close of the age, because they had to give it back anyway. And they knew it the whole time, but we didn't. And that's how we got tricked.
Hey, they couldn't give it back. I mean, until we rightfully knew, till we grew up, till we ain't they ward no more. We ain't the ward of the state or the ward of the church. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's how we have to overthrow them. See, people are under the impression that the appearance of legitimacy makes a thing legitimate. That means they only looking at the facade. They're not looking at the true substance. And that's why the corrupt government is able to run amok and roughshod over the people like a bully on the playground, because they don't know that by becoming competent on how to dispensate government and how to organize the people on the land, that's how you overthrow the system. By raising your system up as that system falls, because their system is over. So I teach them step by step how to section a city off in order to establish a city government to relieve the interim government of their interim capacity to practice as the government, because you have formed a government of the people, by the people, for the people. They have to surrender the charter to the city and the key to the city. And with that comes access to the FEMA continuity of government protocols that gives you a long list of prepaid services that you never have a bill for, to come in and give aid to the redevelopment of the community, to protect the children according to the new layout of the town, according to the matriarch's agreement.
Somebody got a
You got
question.
to set up a new system of education, a new system of economics, a new standard of entertainment, a new method to utilize labor, a good understanding of the use and application of law. Religion, politics, sex, and war are all things that need to be re-educated. The people need to be re-educated in all areas of people activity.
That's facts.
Everybody got to be taught how to walk in a God image. You do that by following your heart to your best life. Visualize your best life, feel it more than you see it. Because when you vibrating on that frequency, the side effect is the universe know that I need to compensate these mothers and give them their best life by restoring the earth back to balance.
Hey, Rob, got a question, Rob.
Come on with it.
They say it was the Mohawk Indians and a mirror tribe to the Spartans, the Mohawk Indians over here.
No, the Spartans' helmets was the Mohawks' hair.
That's right.
That was used to tell the story of the Trojan horse.
Okay.
Using the Spartans. The Spartans is represented by the state of Michigan's football team, Michigan State Spartans.
That's right.
So you from there you have your Spartan Wars, then you have your Battle with 300. That was the 300 chiefs from Detroit area and around Michigan that COINTELPRO has sought to slaughter. Everything they did was to incorporate our culture into the historical narratives. So part of our culture is tied to a piece of made up information. And that's making it hard to see the story to be true. But the subconscious mind will begin putting it together on your awakening, because it's going to remember the parts that you already live and fill in the gaps. And then you're going to see it clearly.
Hey, Rod, that that dude, they gotta be a connection right there with them. So what side did it come from first? Like I know that they got it from us because we was over here millions of years doing this type of stuff, with the
Okay,
helmets.
so look, these what we call Spartans, right?
Yeah.
And historically from Sparta.
Okay.
Where's Sparta at?
In Greece, right?
It's in Spain.
I mean
Look
Spain,
it up.
yeah. Well, okay, I got you. Hold up. Where is Sparta? Yeah, it's in Greece. Greece is Spain too, I guess. Yeah, ancient Greece. That's
Okay.
Spain too, though. That's Spain too, because Spain's like the little part. Yeah, so it's all the same. We're saying the same thing. Here go a map. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so like it's in Spain. It's in Spain, and that's old. That's what they call old Greece right here. I guess that's be right. Hold up, let me pull it up for you. Yeah. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, family. We cracking heads and we twisted caps. They want that raw haze file right there. This raw haze file is lit. Let's save all these pictures. All right, let me pull this up, okay? Here we go right here, Rod. Sporter, boom. Here you go right here.
Yep, there's a Sparta in Illinois too, just like it's a Pontiac in Illinois as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to put this Mohawk. Yeah, Rod, you see that picture? These pictures?
Mm-hmm. You see where the island of Crete at the bottom?
Right here, yeah, right here.
That's where they built the first university in Europe.
Okay. The dirty Moors or the good Moors?
No, that was under Helen.
Okay.
She the one ordered the
Is Helen one of the daughters of Isis?
yeah.
I know
And
that.
Diana is her civil seat for Isis seat for her to give the culture to them as a matriarch. It's the Sybil effect.
All right, so man, I got a quick question for you, Rod. All right, so it talks about in Revelation 7 beasts, 7 heads, 10 kingdoms, and then it said that there was a woman that was riding it. Now we might think that's a bad thing, but is that connected with this, the 7 and the matriarch and all that?
The 7-head dragon, right? That's the 7 masters working as one unit.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7 masters, that's easy.
Yeah. Hold on, let's pull it up. It's right here. Not the raw haze receipts, tonight's class. 7. All right, it talks about a leopard, this leopard right here in the Revelations, where it says that it had 7 heads, and there was a woman riding them. So look, so like that leopard, what's the symbolize like the leopard? I think Baba broke it down in the and I got the NGO over there.
Yeah, that's the great beast Leviathan, ain't it?
Now Leviathan is a different creature. This creature right here was a leopard with 7 heads and 10 horns, and it was rode by a woman. They called it the harlot.
So the leopard is the leopard pelt is the priests.
Okay.
This is the priesthood fighting with 7 masters from 7 different backgrounds.
Okay.
But they all working as one unit.
Okay.
Right. So it's called the 7-head beast.
Okay. So it was 10 kingdoms, the 10 kingdoms. the 10 kingdoms ran by 7. So I was wondering if that was connected to the 7 daughters of Isis or the 12 daughters. I heard 12, 7.
The 12 daughters of Isis, also called the Zodiac sisters.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, and they each one of them represent one of the signs of the zodiac.
Okay.
And the totem animal tribe they originally came from became the totem of the zoo type for the astrological sign.
Okay.
And they were the ones who spaced out the year into formerly 10 months. But somebody put enmity between Scorpio and Virgo and made Scorpio Virgo into 2 separate signs and added a sign between it to give us 12 signs.
Okay.
Right? So then when Isis had her last baby, somebody got to move over. It's time to make a new seat. We have a new heir in the family.
Okay.
That's the Scotta. That's the Scottish Rite.
Okay.
Of Scotland and Ireland, Orisha land.
Okay.
So we following priesthoods across different disciplines in order to trace them back to the belly of the beast, which they all got the same belly.
Hey, what you saying makes sense. You know why, Rod? Because Dr. Ben said like the connection between the Scottish rites and the York rites, right? The York rites was the older, they said it was older, the York rites is older than the Scottish rites. The red house, the York rites wear red, and the blue lodge wear blue. But Dr. Ben said that they captured, when Alexandra invaded Egypt, they captured 22 tablets and another 11 tablets. And that's how they got to 33 degrees. They got 22 degrees out of 22 tablets. It was really 33 tablets altogether. And that's how they came out with the 33 degrees. That's what Dr. Ben said on a tape when he gave a lecture at a Masonic Lodge. So that's a connection between the information coming out of ancient Kemet with Isis, the books of Isis, and the daughters of Isis is connected with the ladies of Shriners, lady Shriners, and all that is all connected. You know
right. So you for offshoots of so look at it like every single head of government on the planet right now to be under the head of the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they got to be acting like the Pope in their community.
Mm-hmm.
They his extensions. That's how these sisters was. They overlaid the culture, but they changed the function of the position.
Mm-hmm.
So when there was big mamas all around the world, for us to be able to travel around the world and see different stuff and take gifts to the local big mama, they interrupted that. So now we don't remember that part. So we don't know that we supposed to take the elder women of the village we going to visit gifts.
That's right.
And we desecrate the land from our culture. When we do that, we spit in the face of the ancestors.
Dang, bro.
But we don't even know we doing it. That's the worst part.
Dang.
Because we don't remember our culture.
Dang.
Every town, there's a big mama out of town that visitors from out of town supposed to go take her a gift for coming through her territory.
That's right.
Every town. And no matter, some towns have one for each side of town, like Chicago, so big, you may have 3 big mamas or 4 big mamas in one neighborhood. You don't have to pay homage to all of them, but it's one connected to the people you visiting that you take the gift to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm coming to see you. Yeah, who your big mama?
That's right.
Can you take me to see her when I get there? Then I got something for her. And we take them, the preference is handmade gifts from my family to yours.
That's right.
But they accept all kind of passing gifts because they ain't know it was coming. So they look at it like a blessing anyway. Gratitude changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
The energy of the gratitude make the love energy more prominent in the field of the human's communication again. That gratitude and reciprocity never fails to improve communal developments.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of being under a matriarchy. And it's definitely going to be better than this crap. But it's going to take the people to be wanting to get involved in their local government because they part of their local government and they need to be responsible for making sure that decisions are made with the interest of the people and not with the interest of the bank.
Mm-hmm. The interest of the bank.
Yeah.
Speaking
So
of banks,
you could see the similarity in the haircut versus the helmet. So those ones right there, those Spartans that wore those on the sea, they was called Vikings.
okay.
They came over here to become nomads in a protectorate over the children of Scotta in the Appalachian Mountains and to ride the land on the horseback. The horse gave way to the iron horse, and now all of us non-bikers collectively call all biker clubs Hell's Angels because they are the biggest and the largest biker club with the most chapters on the board of bikers. So their instructions to be nomads on the land is to keep the civilians out of their business and don't put civilians in harm's way, and you can't control when they force their way in your community. So they got infiltrated and labeled hate groups too, never knowing they was tribally authorized to be here. That's crazy, ain't it?
It is crazy.
That's what the MC is. The MC is the code. The motorcycle club is the mother club.
Go ahead.
Which is the M is the 13, which is the Queen Mother Club. The Queen Mother, the 13, and the C is the third letter. And if you open the eye of the C, you'll see a 3.
Okay.
And the 3 and the 1 is a 7.
Okay.
And the 7 is in the pupil because you're looking directly at a bullseye.
Okay.
A direct hit. This all ties back to us. Stealing our shit, passing it off as the creation of others in order to give us a false sense of history.
Mm-hmm.
That was a clever ass trick. It was pretty good. But my elders know what happened better than y'all do. And when I learn to read my elders' language, I know I'm gonna know better than y'all do what y'all doing.
Hey, quick question. Now I noticed the Big Mama thing. When you talk about the gifts and all that. Now, I noticed that the big mama in the like the towns. Man, I forgot what I was going to say, man, because I'm looking at the chat. Damn, bro, went blank. They black me. They black. I probably wasn't supposed to say that then. Probably wasn't supposed to say that because it was like a question about Big Mama and the people that she authorized on the land. I'll think of the question in a minute. Hey, if you got a question for Rod, drop them in the chat, man. We already had we got like almost 1,000 people in here. It's probably more than that.
So St. Patrick is on the hunt for the Catholic Church to destroy all of the serpents in Ireland. These serpents in Ireland is Orisha priests.
Okay.
that teaches the earth rights to the children of Scotia and Scotia in Scotland and Ireland. Scotia had the island of Ireland promised to her by Isis in the land of Isis, which is called Europe and Asia. And most of the tribes of Isis covered those areas, but they also had the land of the Apsu, which was Enki's territory, which was the continent of Africa, but he could only practice his jurisdiction under his rule in sub-Saharan Africa. And Enlil told his children not to betray his secrets to the people of the north or the people of the south, lest the plague come upon you. And it's written as a hadith.
Yeah, right.
Right? And the secrets is the secrets of the Sufi. The Sufi know the birthrights and rituals to activate the woman's mitochondria to wake them up from the slumber. So they practice the rituals as Sufi rituals. The men temporarily raise their mitochondrial frequency by doing these women's ritual. The problem is 5 minutes after they done, they drop back down to normal mitochondrial frequency.
Okay.
Right? But when the women learn to feel what it's like to raise the energy, they can keep it up. And they become what you're looking at now, caduceus. The serpent on the staff that heals the world is the two energies of the masters dancing around the staff. The staff is the central route to success, meaning that the better your staff, the better your success. It's the centerpiece. Your staff is the people that come to aid you in being successful in raising your level to master on the land as a master, self-raised master. So you see the wings is the amygdala, which comes across as the guy happy, Hapi.
Yeah.
Right? That's the amygdala. To tickle the amygdala is to flirt with your psychic senses.
Okay.
When you're looking at the symbol, if you can imagine right where your temple's at, you're flapping those wings. That's called flicking your amygdala. You're starting to activate your inner powers by using the power of humor.
Kundalini, go ahead.
The power of humor is in making you able to freely laugh, right? Which gives you a sense of freedom that can't be forgotten. And when you remember that euphoria, it keeps in mind the sensation of bliss that comes with you flicking your amygdala.
Okay.
Making your wings on your dual serpent flap.
Okay.
Your brain operating in harmony, left and right hemisphere, doing the same thing in a perfect mirror image of each other. That's micro calibrating without a machine, the slightest difference or non-distant difference in the two sides of the brain being perfectly balanced one with the other.
Okay.
The feather in the heart. The love and the knowledge makes the wisdom activate. If in the course of your pursuit of knowledge you fall in love, you activate the principles of wisdom. And this is the dancing serpent of the state. That's because you got to have a equal and opposite counterpart able to perform the function that you need in order to help you raise your level, in order to flick your amygdala.
Okay, go ahead. I'm with you.
Right? So once that begin to happen, you begin to sync with the lady that can keep her mitochondria at a high frequency until yours get tuned in to hers, and then y'all operate as the perfect team without having to tell each other who need to do what. You ever see them two people that get together and they look different, but after about 5 years together, they look like they brothers and sisters?
Yeah, from swiping DNA. From swiping DNA.
Mm-hmm. She's imprinting herself in his mitochondrial expression of love.
That's right.
That's what they were telling you in the marriage ceremony about becoming one with your partner.
That's right.
And they talk about being unevenly yoked in the church. But they still don't pay their own instructions to their own advice. Because they know that the way that the story being told, they can't harness it to get the results that they want. But some of them learned how to master that stuff and use that magic.
Somebody asked a question about, they said, how did Enlil come here and lay claim and take over like that without nobody going against them?
So it started on Nibiru with an argument at a dinner when Nibiru came back into the orbit to collect the gold. Enlil had went back to visit Nibiru and asked where Prince Ea was and his sister, his twin sister, Inanna.
Mm-hmm.
And Nu said they got married and moved to Earth.
Okay.
And that they was overseeing a massive expedition of gold on the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He immediately get jealous because Enki and Inanna is on Earth together, and he's been jealous of their relationship since they was little bitty spoiled ass brats.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, they both got the same lesson on feminine planets ruled by mitochondria, right? And Enlil don't want to accept this fact. He wants the man to have the responsibility of being the progenitors of life because he feel the Y chromosome is the cause of all life in the universe. That's your Adam story.
Okay.
Man created from the dust of the earth instead of the woman being here already. Right? So when Anu came to Earth for a stateside visit, and Enlil wanted to say he wanted to take a look around.
Mm-hmm.
When he get down here, he have a big falling out with Anu because he wants to be stationed on Earth, and Anu don't want him here.
Mm-hmm.
So he tell him to go pull his scientists out of Enki's way and get ready to leave Earth. So on his way, he go back to Sumer and plot to overthrow Enki's rule on Earth by pulling rank as the second in command of Nibiru.
Mm-hmm.
The only way he can pull rank is he have to be shooting for the throne of Nibiru.
Mm-hmm.
The second in command can challenge for the throne of Nibiru at any given time, and he got different methods he can use.
Mm-hmm.
He can use hand-to-hand combat. He can use conjuring magic, as you've seen between Osiris and Set.
That's how, yeah, that's how I fought him too. That's how I fought Set. That's how,
Right.
yeah.
Or he can choose by galactic chess.
Okay.
Right. And galactic chess requires you to play the game in a higher dimension in order to affect the lower dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided to use the first method, tried to overthrow the throne by launching the attack on the throne of Nibiru. Inky scientist was working in the lab of Enlil scientists when Enlil told his son about his plot to take the earth from Inky and Inanna.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and told Inky of Enlil's plan to take everything over. This all after the flood and all that shit. So while he's telling about the plan to Inky, Inky commissioned his son Marduk to go seize and cover the throne of Nibiru. Send us a sign when you get there. Change the name of Nibiru to Marduk. That's how we know you were successful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Baba, Dr. York, took off with his soldiers and secured Nibiru.
Mm-hmm.
When they secured Nibiru, they changed the name to Marduk. At the same time, Enlil is sending his son Marduk to seize all the seats of power on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
They was planning on going to Nibiru, but the launch that Inky sent Murdoch on, his son, was 2 steps ahead of the mission that Enlil sent his son Marduk to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they already got Nibiru secured. Now Anu's stuck down here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He can't go nowhere and he can't interfere with what his son is doing because he's challenging his other son by an already assigned post.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when he's assigning his other son, Enlil is trying to take over from both of them, but the other son then secured the bigger of the 2 thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you can't ascend the throne of Nibiru, even at the end, you can't take control of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already trapped at the beginning of the game to play a chess game to a definite defeat that he can't counteract.
Mm-hmm.
He messed up in the beginning by preempting his move in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So Inky, being a master just like he is, was a step ahead of his roguish brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Inky's children become known as the children of the Golden Dragon in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And they settled in Japan as the Anu.
Okay.
Right? And Inky's children that was in seats of power was displaced by Enlil's children as the Aryans removing the Dravidians from the royal thrones of India.
Okay.
Which was Inky's territory, what they call Eastern Ethiopia.
Okay.
Right? And we talking 9 ether utopia is what it is, Elder.
Okay.
On the 369 turnaround. It's the extension from the great water beast, the horse, because Africa's shaped like the horse head.
Yeah.
Right? to the little miniature Africa, because India is shaped like a miniature Africa.
Okay.
Right? So when you put all these things together and you understand that it's aliens talking about they guys that's not more powerful than the people they deceiving, they just been around the universe longer.
Okay.
When we see what they doing, if we watch their patterns, we can expose this plot we exposing in real time to the people to understand how the deception work in order to unlock the spell of Kingu and set the people free with the Winnie Mandela key.
Okay. I'm with you. Hey, Perry, man. We don't understand the question. Perry said we ignored his question. But Perry, you asked what did he ask? The first question he asked. Hold on, Perry, we got you, man. Like we're getting a lot of questions.
So this picture of Melchizedek Murdoch, that's, I told you, Baba was the one who had to secure Nibiru so that Enlil's son Marduk never take power.
Yeah. Thor.
Yep.
Hey, so this is the thing. Man, I like your perspective on it. You know what you said. You give me another look at it. I know that like he was going over, like he had 80 different wives anew. And they had different species that they were marrying to make treaties. Now this is the part that we want to know. Okay, so with all of this, this is a question that we want to know, where does Ishtar come in at? I know Ishtar was the granddaughter of Enlil and Enki. I mean,
Ishtar is the one who holds the Inanna seat.
Okay.
The Ishtar, Inanna are set. That's all three different cultural references to the same position in the community.
Yeah.
They are the same energy-wise, but they different communities.
Yeah.
So they tell the story with a different name under the same position.
Okay.
It's like saying Nana, Big Mama, Ma Dear, Ma, right? All of the baby, right? Now it's Glam Mom. All of that is that Big Mama energy coming through the community, through the women, in order to teach the children how to rebuild the community that's being torn down while it's being torn down.
Uh-huh.
And that's why sitting at the feet of the master is sitting at the feet of the mother.
Okay.
Because the answers to the prayers of the nation is answered through the wombs of the mother. And all of the chiefs come back to redeem the parents from what they didn't know by advancing themselves off the aid and assistance that the parents is given.
And I so Inky daughters. Right, man. You got a lot on your mind, brother. I'm surprised your head ain't the size of a gray. You know what I'm saying? Your brain capacity is exceeds your brain, you know what I'm saying? The size of your head. Your head should be like a watermelon.
That's supposed to look like Yakub.
Yeah, you supposed to look like Yaku, all the information you got up in your brain, man. You supposed to have a double brain, double side cranium. You know what I'm saying?
But the way it's all tied together with the receipts, you can see I'm not making it up.
Yeah, hey, you right. Like the stuff you saying, I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro. When you speak to the wizards. and the witches and the warlocks on the land. Now that might sound like a bad thing to religious people, but like certain people, you speak in another language, you speak a whole nother language, you speak a language that only certain people can hear, right? And those people, they being activated by hearing you. Like those people, okay, I say like when they did the Spanish Inquisition, when they came on us and they started the Salem Witch Project and all that. All right, so we were alchemists, we were wizards, witches, or whatever you want to call it, right? And we had a certain language that we spoke to identify each other.
Yeah.
The knockback, flip, bump, straight, all that shit is the language that we talk. We still kind of do it a little bit. They call it slang. They call it slang word.
You remember the Indians on Underdog?
No.
Oh man, you got to go to YouTube and pull up the Indians on Underdog.
Oh yeah, I gotta look that up. Let's see what you got.
You gonna see this mug doing them flips.
It's a code. It's a wizard language. You talking and you got to be see. I'm a wizard, so when I listen to you, everything just going through my mind what you're saying, and certain parts of our brain is being reactivated to remember. I'm remembering stuff. Like when you like a lot of stuff you saying is like I knew it, but I'm just remembering when you telling me. I'm just remembering. My memory is coming back. You restoring the memory of the people about what happened and what really took place. You know what I'm saying? Or how we really got.
Now it's like we didn't paint the picture so clear that if you don't know who the enemy is, you don't need to be here.
Exactly.
If you think we don't know who the enemy is, you really don't need to be here.
Yeah. We got them. We got our finger. We got the Goldfinger on them. We put the gold, the 007 mission, the Goldfinger. That's what we call it, the Goldfinger, because we got a gold $1 finger, the Michael Jackson $1 million glove. I should have put that glove on here too. The Michael Jackson $1 million glove. Hey, what was that about? Why did you get $1 million glove and one glove? And they sold that glove for higher than what it was worth too.
Listen. Alchemical relics being created in modern times looks like an entertainer is spending an absorbent amount of money on an unnecessary item. He's charging the item by drawing the attention with the money to the item.
Go ahead, you're going in.
The focus on the item and the energy he asked the glove to absorb before he bought it. When the energy came in, empowered the glove to be able, when he's wearing it, to perform the apparently dance energy that he would use when he was wearing the glove. Right? Now, the original glove was probably handmade by a particular priestess somewhere. And he had the facsimile updated from a photograph of a real relic. Right? So
the hand of God.
And you notice he always on the right hand.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up right now. And hey, I need that glove he got to when I take Enlil to court and they say point the guy out. I want to have the Michael Jackson glove on when I finger him in court. You know what I'm saying? Point right at him with the Michael Jackson glove on. Yeah, that's him right there. Enlil, the nigga with the unibrow. Nigga that got the unibrow. That's him right there. Yeah. Look at him. Don't even look at his face. Hey, I'm telling you, man, Enlil used to be around me when I was little. He used to come to my church and preach to the people. He used to come to my church and preach to the people, man. And I didn't know it was him till now I know it was him. And I'm telling you, man, that's what made me think the other day when you was talking about what you was talking about. I said, yeah, the Enlil could have been doing it because that's what he got busted for. He got busted for the same thing them priests was doing.
Yeah, Enlil was into usurping all of the good works of everybody else and getting the credit for itself or one of his kids. But he wanted the most credit, so he wanted to be God of the universe. Knowing that in the higher dimensions, there is a God over the third dimension organizing the energy. Metatron's cube. It's a hologram. It's a game of the gods. The gods is playing the game of human life by living their life through humans. And then they reenact it in the everyday, day-to-day lives of people so subtly that you don't even know that they're playing back the script that's written in hieroglyphs over 10,000 years ago. Right? So when you read in the hieroglyphics, when you read in the Mayan hieroglyphics, the Asian hieroglyphics, you know they got them over there too in the some of those pyramids and caves in Asia, right? When you put all that stuff together, you can see patterns that betray other patterns. And that's why they do things the way that they do them, to make us consent to being controlled by their authority and keeping us too dizzy to ever take control and use our own authority. Right? So they don't want you to activate the higher powers, but they want to make you suffer under them using the lower powers.
Hey, Rod, it sound like you getting sleepy on me, man. Look, we already at 3 hours though, so I think we did enough for this tape. We might call it a night, man, because we'll be back though Tuesday night though at 8:30.
Yeah, Tuesday night 8:30. It's going down.
Yeah, that's gonna be a major event. I'm gonna be studying for that class all day to have the folder, everything ready. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have a party on that day. I'm gonna have it set up to where we're gonna have all the stuff like we doing a Super Bowl or something. Telling you.
Oh, it was one more thing I forgot to mention. When we was talking about the Great Father, you know where that's at over here, right?
Well, yeah, go ahead. What is it?
That's Alabama. Alibaba.
Yeah, Alibaba.
Exalted Father, Alabama. Remember Pops told us that in Alabama was named after Ali Baba, the Great Father.
Yeah, like somebody else told me about that too. I think it was the 12th elder that was telling me about that.
Right, and Ali Baba is Nobuju Ali.
Go ahead.
He's the high priest of the clans that he was fighting to get their shit back. But he had figured the end run around their jurisdiction where he didn't have to participate in their games. But he was usurped, undermined, infiltrated, deceived, murdered. Who can get that close?
Right. Who can get that
But
close?
the land of Alibaba, that's where the tribes related to the tribes in Africa of Enki, the mirror tribe, are the Apsu tribes, the land of old man Africa. Right? The land of old man Africa, the land of the sub-Saharan regions, are the Bantu-speaking tribes. All of the tribes with the larger physiques was assigned as protectorate duties and custodians to enforce the protection for the smaller tribes. So they wasn't never supposed to let the invaders get in, but they got in and laid their slaughter down under the councils of Berlin. And now we're telling everybody where it's all at. We here to reclaim our stuff. We just trying to get the people to wake up enough to realize that we ain't even got no government that's functioning right now. All we have is Francis the talking motherfucking mule on TV pretending to be the president. Goddamn asshole.
Hey, Rod, we're about to get up out of here, man.
I'm on your time, Elder. I'm ready when
No,
you
no, no,
ready.
hey, no. Hey, look, every time, like people overloaded, man. In order for them to catch up to what all the stuff we put out, it's gonna take them.
Oh, I know this was like pretty detailed in the description, and then it took us all the way to how we find the grand matriarch.
Man, you put them on. You got us on it, man. I'm trying to study all these women. I'm going to study the connection with the women that was part of the Black Panthers, the women that was out there, especially that one woman. There was a high-ranking lady.
Now you got to remember, all of those sisters in the Panthers knew Khadijah Muhammad.
That's right.
All of them.
That's right. So hey man, we're gonna come back. We might do one on it, just on that topic, just on the women, those women. That was fire, man.
Because the women always got a way to recover their shit at the close of the age if the men don't act right. And these men wasn't acting right. So they called their baby brother to come in and get their stuff back for them. So I'm telling y'all where all of the keys turn to unlock this whole power game. Once the power game unlocked, though, that's a wrap for the ignorance of the people to start claiming their shit back.
Right.
The goal is to get organized and mobilized. They in the educational phase still. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, before we get out of here, matter of fact, you gotta make two more things. Then like the 007, the two ciphers with this circle 7 and all that. What did you have on that before we get up like the 007 joint?
We put that on the next one, Elder.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Okay, that's fire. And did you want to talk about the Book of Lamb? Because you had gave me that picture and you were specific about the Book of Lamb. You wanted to say something about that before we get out of here?
That's the flip on the circle 7, but we'll get back to that when we do
okay.
the 007.
Okay, all right. That's what we'll do that. We'll do that. 007 part 2. Hey, 007 mission Goldfinger. Roy put the finger on these people, man. He put the finger. He just did a good thing because we just saw some of the matriarchs on the land. And man, just looking at those women photos, I can feel their energy, and I can say, okay, these people definitely was some good women, and they definitely was putting in work in the background, and they not spoke about like that. You know what I'm saying? They spoke about these women a lot, but like the attention that wasn't on them, just like you just put on them. You know what I'm saying? You make a lot of sense, man. The fear no longer, for I have arrived.
Don't you know that she went to Cuba and sing the Sada Shakur?
What? Yeah, that's crazy, man. We better get up out of here. We're gonna put that on the next one. Hey, y'all, stay tuned.
You don't remember when Farrakhan went to Cuba?
I think I know. I remember Malcolm X did.
Farrakhan went to Cuba in the 90s.
Oh, he did? I'm gonna check that out, man. Yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna go back in on that. The Nation of Metric. Get to do one straight on the Nation.
It might have been the early 2000s, but I think it was the 90s.
The 90s. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out. This tape right here was another banger. Hey, like DJ Khaled say, another one, y'all, another one. Raw Hayes produced another one. I'm telling you, nigga, we running the game right now. Like we about to be the hottest in the sensation in the game right now. I'm telling you, everybody come. We got more. Hey, we got more tapes coming out tomorrow. We getting you every day. We overloading your brain right now. We like it ain't gonna stop. It don't quit. The baby's kids, Big Mama's babies is back. When we pull up in the back. Matter of fact, we're gonna before we get out of here, Rob, we're gonna bump that in dedication to the Skype 8. We're gonna bump that in dedication to Skype 8, man. You know what I'm saying? Skype 8 in the building. Yeah, we're gonna bump that in dedication to Skype 8, man. The Big Mama's babies. I did that in dedication to you, Rod, the Big Mama's babies. You inspired me to do that song. Big Mama's babies is back.
Yeah, that was beating too.
Oh yeah, that joint. I just did a new one. Like every song I do, I'll be shouting you out. Like I just did a new one called "We Winning," and I shout you out right at the beginning of the song. Yeah, but that we're gonna get up out of here on this one right here.
Y'all got flow part.
Oh yeah. Make sure you go check out the music on the playlist. Young Got Flow.
My Skywalkers.
Yeah.
You got the animation going on, young
I'm
girl.
about to say in this interview, the niggas that portray us, they look like they came to you.
I'm about to get ready to do start doing cartoons. I'm gonna do reenactments of the Anarchies, the whole storyline of the Anarchies coming down, slave race, all it. So I'm gonna start doing cartoons. I'm just waiting on the program to come and my desktop computer. Yeah. So like we finna these classes finna get little, bro. This right here, we just getting started.
Y'all got flow part.
Just get started, bro. I'm gonna have whole cartoons with you in there joining everything. And I'm finna turn.
I ain't tell you I got a knockback from E40, brother.
Man, that's what I've been trying to tell you, Ron, for the last couple of days. I say I think E40 tried to get in contact with me. I forgot to tell you that. Something been slipped my mind. Well, I forgot to tell you. Because on Instagram, when I posted the picture that I posted a picture on Facebook and on all the websites, right? And I put L40 water, then I put that new song that he got in the background. And I think E40, I hadn't got a chance to check my phone, but I think he responded to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, E40 just responded. And then he sent a knockback. He sent a response to what I put out on Facebook. I swear to God, bro. And I said, damn, you know what the response was, Rod? He was sitting at a table holding a gold bottle. Man, I gotta pull it. Man, we gotta do some little tape. He was sitting at a table holding a gold bottle, and he played a song. And I said, "Damn, that's a response to what I put out. What we put out about the L40 water with the feds on and the thing. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So 40 been connecting Chiefs using his entertainment as the cover story for him to travel around the land and hook up the Chiefs behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So he assembled from the Bay bridges between all communities he's touched.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody he had a conflict with, he had a conversation with.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the conversations don't always end smooth for those who don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But the man stood up for his people when he could have let them sink and burn.
That's right.
He took it up on himself. He ain't say, can somebody give me permission to hook these Chiefs up? What'd he do? 40 water, went through school being the peacemaker with all the people he was in school with, keeping people from fighting in school till he got into the rap music and used the rap music to divert their attention from fighting each other, trying to hook them up, mastering the language and the lingo to teach the tribes to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got done going all across the land as an entertainer, he had built a network of chiefs he can call for support wherever he go.
Mm-hmm. He did that. I've been studying him for the last couple weeks. E40.
Yeah, ever since I first told you about him.
Yep. And I studied how he, with Biggie Smalls came. E40 got some niggas that's like him and MC Hammer, them dudes out the Bay. Them dudes out the Bay, they don't be playing. They be having some family and niggas that be with him that come see about you, like you ever see Hammer. Like they was like MC Hammer because he wore those pants you talk about that they was wearing in New York, right? Those what you used to call them, the Knickerbockers, right? He wore the Knickerbockers that thought it was sweet.
No, he was wearing diaper pants.
Oh, he was wearing diaper pants. MC Hammer.
Mm-hmm. But all them guys is supported by their communities, and nobody can't say nothing. The Hammer gave his entire wealth back, giving his community jobs that he couldn't afford to give them.
That's right.
He went broke bringing everybody in Oaktown with him that
That's
he
right.
could muster up a job for.
That's right.
Right? So you can't say nothing about Hammer. Where the rubber meet the road, he gave his whole wealth away, giving employment to a whole bunch of unemployed people. He
That's right.
circulated the money in the community.
That's right.
Right? To the detriment of his self-enrichment. Even Suge Knight, no talk. They like when they be putting dirt on Suge Knight, don't nobody talk about
Good. Yep.
the programs when he was giving out, he buy 2,000, 3,000 turkeys and pass them out to the mothers in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
He make his artists stop doing what they was doing to come be the hands-on help. These motherfuckers making millions of dollars dancing on stage now. They done got down on and off their high horse to come and pass these turkeys out for death row.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We forget about that part of the man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody think that the people that's coming to help gonna be squeaky clean. It's not gonna happen, Captain. If you lived your life growing up where we come from, your rose got some tattered motherfucking leaves.
That's right.
Ain't no doubt about it. You grew up through the concrete and laid your thug thizzle down and let your motherfucking flower reach to the sky. That's when you pull yourself up by your own bootstraps because you made your boots because they wouldn't give you none. We call that getting it from the dirt, right, young elder?
Mm-hmm. Getting it out the mud.
Getting it out the mud. Getting it
Yep.
out, get it off the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it how you
Don't
live.
take us on
Get it
home,
how
young
you live.
elder. I'm about to go rustle
Hey,
some dinner.
hey, man, we got to let the brother Rod go. Like I said, we want to check out the Young Elder music. We got 32 songs out right now. We're about to get ready to drop some more songs. We got a couple more songs featuring my brother Dre. We're about to get ready to do it, man. We're about to take y'all out of here on that Big Mama's Babies is back, man. Skywalkers, for my Skywalkers, my West Coast lokes, and my Pyru Tree Top boys, all that, you know what I'm saying? And my you know, West Coast niggas, man. Let's do it.
Young Guy Flow Part 2. My Skywalkers. Pay attention to what we about to say in this interview. The niggas that portray us, they the life they kin to you. Sitting around wondering what we gonna do. I saw you shake your hands back in Timbuktu. Spanish Inquisition, this is what it is about. 1476, that's when they sold us out. This is the war between Inky and Enlil. They don't really feel how you mortals and humans feel, but they really live like you mortals and humans live. Sitting up on their craft making deals and drinking beers. Sitting up on their craft making meals and eating deers. Been running the game for about 10 billion years. Boys got technology, they talking their car stuff. They watching from the satellites, they trying to evolve us. Really on the road, Enlil trying to dissolve us.
Niggas ain't slow, we ain't riding a small bus.
Back. We back. Big Mama's babies, nigga, we back. That's fact. When I pull up, nigga, I pull up in the back. That's fact. Big Mama's babies, nigga, we back. That's facts. When I pull up in the back. That's facts. Big Mama's babies, nigga, we back. That's facts. When I pull up, nigga, I pull up in the back.
That's facts.
Nigga, Big Mama's baby, we back. We back. Baby's kids, nigga, we back. Big Mama's kitchen fixing the plate. I bought my girl by there on her first date. My big mama said, my grandson's a keeper, but you, young lady, you look like a creeper. But you pretty girls don't know how to cook. And I can see you got my grandson on the hook. I know you only with him because he got a little money. When he run out of money, you gonna start acting funny. Come over here and help me clean these children. And let me look at your hips. You got any children? Now I remember everything Big Mama said. When we left there, it was stuck up in my head. 2 months later, we left there and wed. Ran out of money. She left me for a friend. All on this dark because we ride in the Hummer.
Next time, man, I'm riding with Big Mama. That's facts. We back. Big Mama's babies, nigga, we back.
That's fact. When I pull up, nigga, I pull
Up in the bag. That's facts.
Big Mama's baby, nigga, we back. That's facts. When I pull up in the back.
Hey, what you hear that? Hey, what y'all hear that next one?
Baby, nigga, we back. That's fact. When I pull up, nigga, pull up in the back. That's fact. Nigga, Big Mama's baby, we back. We back.
Baby's kid.
Nigga, we back.
Hey, wait till you hear that next song I'm about to put out on the same type of vibe. It's called Bomb Scrape. That joint, they're hot. I'm telling you. All right, but we got to get up out of here, man. We love the brother Roy Hayes. Like I said, if you want to show him some love, we dropped the Cash App in the links. Although he don't do it for the money, show the brother some love, man. We out of here, bro. We'll be back Tuesday night. We're going to be back tomorrow, really, me and the 15th. We'll be back tomorrow probably, and then the next day, we're going to be back on with the Sister Dean and Roy Hayes on Tuesday night. So you want to be tuned in for that. We rolling every day nonstop. This young girl the TV, man. We bigger than ABC, NBC, all of them. MTV, BET. We the baddest in the game right now, man. Ain't nobody messing with us. Ain't nobody else doing what we doing. We out.